Welcome back, Winklings. I am the experts, the master of disaster, the one and only Voidex here, son of Stroller, and we are back with the Voidex, this time for Final Fantasy VI, the finale of the Pixel Remasters. Now, I say finale, but for Final Fantasy 1 through 6, I do kind of want to show off glitches at some point, if I can. The main issue there is some of the glitches are very convoluted, to say the least. Very convoluted, and some of them just don't work in the Pixel Remaster at all. Give me just a second to make sure everything's all nice, good. For example, the sketch glitch in this game only works at the SNES and I think that's it. I don't think it works on PlayStation version. And only specific versions of the SNES version. I think there's a whole bunch of glitches in Final Fantasy V that do not work in the GBA or Pixel Remasters. Only for the SNES and PlayStation versions of the game. As far as I'm aware. So some of these glitches are pretty hard to actually showcase. I can talk about them, but I can't really, you know, showcase them very easily. Anyways, welcome to Final Fantasy VI. So this game follows... Okay, I was like, is the counters on? This game is, probably one of the more recognizable Final Fantasies out there. Up there with Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X. Those are probably the big three Final Fantasy 6, 7, and 10, in my opinion. You have... How many characters are there? I think there's 14 characters. I think there's 14 characters. Let me see. Was it 14? I am remembering, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 14 characters. We're just gonna go with Hera. We don't need anyone else. So there are 14 characters all throughout the game. Ah! God, this game moves freaking fast. All of them are basically specific jobs, for the most part. For example, Hera here, she's mostly a mage. I mean, Hera can be either a mage or a fighter, it doesn't really matter. But she's mostly a mage. Sabin is mostly your monk. It is a very good game, yes. Cyan, apparently Cyan's name is more said like Cayenne, which interesting. I never thought of saying it as Cayenne because, you know, it looks like the word Cyan, but he's your samurai, Straker's your blue mage, Goko's your mime, etc, etc. Of the 14 characters in the game, 3 of them are completely optional. The 11 remaining characters are all characters that you basically are forced to get through the story. You never have to get Mog, you never have to get Umaru, and you never really have to get Gogo. They're all kind of just, you know, there. Now, I'll go into characters more specifically later. As you can see, I was doing a lot of grinding. Let me go ahead and take all of this off. Alright, so what do we talk about first? So it builds up a little bit more from Final Fantasy V. I say it builds up a little bit more, but Final Fantasy V is basically the, I feel like FF5 is more complex than Final Fantasy VI, for the most part. the way the job system works. Like, yeah, you only get 4 characters, technically, in Final Fantasy V, and yeah, they all pretty much play identically. But I feel like, mechanically, there's a lot more that you can do with Final Fantasy V than you can do with Final Fantasy VI. Some characters are just going to be locked to doing specific things, like, constantly. For example, like, Hera's basically just going to be flinging magic 24/7. That's just what Hera's going to be doing. Sabin's going to be using Blitz, like, non-stop, because why wouldn't you use Blitz with Sabin? Edgar's basically just going to be using tools, because why wouldn't you use tools? There's so many things with this game that, like, it's a lot more linear. It's more like Final Fantasy IV when you think about it, because FF4, you basically are locked to a specific play style with each character. Like, Cecil's gonna attack, Kane's gonna jump, Rigia's gonna be using black magic or summons. I mean, you know, that's basically what happens here, the exact same thing. And probably why you don't really see the job system until Final Fantasy X-2. I mean, technically you see it in Final Fantasy IX, it happens in FF9, the same exact issue, but like, you know, that's just how Final Fantasy games work. So why don't we take a look at all of the things here? So, I mean, battle mode, like, all of this is pretty much the same as per all of the, Pixel Remasters. There's nothing really different here. The boosts are all the same. Formation, identical. Status, pretty much the same. So, stamina, which was called Vigor originally, I think you could get that up to 128. Anything past 128 is completely useless. Why is her stamina so bad? Nobody really used the stamina whatsoever. I think what stamina does is it affects regen hit and, like, poison hit and stuff. I don't know if it affects, like, chances of being affected by status effects or not. I'm actually not sure what stamina really does. I mean, every other stat here is, you know, it's all stats that you know. So, fun fact, in the original SNES version, and I don't remember if this applies to PlayStation version as well, evasion did nothing. Evasion was completely useless, so anything that boosts just evasion was useless. However, anything that boosts magic evasion also gave you evasion, so give yourself something that gives you like 50 magic evasion. Magically, you have 50 evasion. So evasion was kind of broken. You would never use things like the prayer beads or like the main gouts or anything like that because there was no point to. In addition, the status effect blind did absolutely nothing. Like, it literally did nothing. I think all it did was prevent Strago from learning lores. Because certain status effects prevent Strago from learning lore. So like, zombie, death, petrify, sleep, blind, all of those will prevent him from learning lores. By the way, this is like the highest level I've ever been in an FF6 file. Because it takes forever to level up, and you gotta fight like specific enemies to get a whole bunch of EXP. You like to get the gem box economizer that you could go cast automatic cost of 2 MP. You know the funny thing? The economizer, or, you know, the 3 stars, whatever you want to call it, is so hard to get that. Economizer, 3 stars, Celestia, it's called a variety of things. Like, that is like one of the hardest freaking accessories to get the game, for good reasons, because magic is broken. In every Final Fantasy game, magic is broken. I kid you not. Magic will outdo physical damage every single time. until like very end game when you get the high level weapons. And even then, magic is still probably gonna outdo physicals in every Final Phase. Now, you can see I have abilities. Some have very specific abilities. We will go over that in a little bit. First of all, why don't we do... Why don't we take a look at all the items in the game. So, potions restores 50 HP. They get obsolete very quickly. It's still good to have a stock of potions, as in any Final Fantasy game, because it's always nice to be able to just heal at any point. Who you calling a nerd? Why are you calling me a nerd? So I'm gonna say this right now, I might not have all of the items in the game. I don't recall if I do or don't, so apologies if I miss an item. So yeah, potion, 50 HP. High potion, 250 HP. That is a really odd number to go with. I think if Final Fantasy 5 it heals, how much does it heal with Final Fantasy 5? Mystical Arena. I probably am missing the Arena items. Because some of those you just can't really, get very easily. Like, you need Ragnarok, you need Lightbringer. You need Ragnarok to get Lightbringer. But the only way to get Ragnarok is if you don't get the Esper, which, you know, it's kind of dumb. Separate Scrum Rush is insane. Yeah, Phantom Rush is, broken. It's very broken. So here's the thing. Why buy potions when you can get high potions? I mean, high potions are a lot more expensive, but like, you know, there's no real reason to get high potions, or get regular potions if you can get high potions. X potions restores all HP. So X potions are extremely rare. I think in the original it was like super hard to get X potions. I think they make it a lot easier to get X potions in this version of the game, I believe. But like, the funny thing about X potions, they're so rare that you're like never really ever gonna be using them. Restores 50 MP. Ethers are life. You want ethers because you're gonna be, well, you want ethers until you get osmos. Once you get osmos, you more than likely don't need ethers anymore. But always keep ethers on hand. High ethers restores 150 MP. But why 150 specifically? Like, I understand 50. I feel like there should have been like 100 instead of 50, 150. But you know, I don't know. And then here's like the rarest freaking item in the game. I think there's only like 3 of these in the entire game. You know what? Let me check. I'm gonna go check and see if there's only 3 X-Ethers. Also, this is like the only game X-Ethers like ever show up in, I believe. Now, they show up in a couple other games. So, you find 2 of them. You can find it from the Yeti's Cave in Ancient Castle, and you can steal it from the laser gun when you're fighting, Air Force. You can get more in the GBA version in the Soul Shrine of Dragon's Den, but yeah, you can only technically get 3 of these in the entire game. At that point, why even have this? What's the point of having this item if, you know, you can only have 3? Elixirs. Restores all HP MP. You can find... The funny thing about FF6 and Elixirs, if there is a clock, you can generally find an elixir in a clock. Why are elixirs in a clock? Why do that? I don't get it. See, I found it so absurd that you found elixirs in a clock that the elixirs, or kind of called the Fs in Ho-Ho Fantasy, I also stuck inside clocks as a nod to this game, because it's like, why are there elixirs in a clock? I almost wanted to do that for Hololive Chronicles, put like the elixirs and the clocks in that game, but I didn't do that. I got Mega Elixir. Restores all HP every party. I'm sure you can get Mega Elixirs from the arena. The arena is... It's a thing. We'll go over the arena when we get the arena. But yeah, Mega Elixirs are also very, very rare. I don't... You know what? Do you actually find Mega Elixirs? Do you find Mega Elixirs normally? So, the Magic Master drops a Mega Elixir, you can find a Mega Elixir, and you can steal the Mega Elixir from the Land Ray and the final boss. Wow, the final boss has a Mega Elixir. Thanks, final boss! So yeah, Mega Elixirs are very rare, as they should be. After this game, Mega Elixirs stopped being rare. And you kind of get Mega Elixirs, like, a lot. Very easily. Why? I don't know. FF7... I mean, Mega Elixirs you can still, they're still a little bit rare. But it's so easy to get 99 Mega Elixirs because of a glitch. And, like, it's not really that hard to get Mega Elixirs, I think. Especially if you use Yuffie with the Conformer. Yuffie kinda, you know, breaks FF7. Anyways, you got your Skies Heals, Phoenix Down, Holy Water, Antidote, Eye Drop, Echo Screen, Gold Needle, Green Cherry. Green Cherry is unique in this game because there is the Imp status. So Imp is kind of like, I guess you could call it like the pig status from Final Fantasy IV, except you can still use magic. I think. No, can you use magic? I think you can only cast the imp spell when you are an imp. Also, it's such a weird status to have. Like, you don't even have mini, you don't have toad, but you have imp. It's like, huh. Why imp? What made them decide to go with this as a status effect? Oh boy, if there's ever a Final Fantasy VI remake of this game, get ready to see freaky imps. That's gonna look so weird. That's gonna look very weird, in fact. It got remedies, which I mean, you know. It doesn't cure all status ailments. Normally, in a Final Fantasy game, this cures every single status ailment, or most status ailments. This only cures, like, poison, sap, blind, silence, and petrified. It doesn't cure sleep. It doesn't cure confusion. It doesn't cure, it doesn't even cure zombie. It doesn't cure freeze. What else does it not cure? You really enjoy playing a Silent Go-Go like you use Circuits how? Yeah, Go-Go's pretty good. The problem with Go-Go, I'll go over that, is his stats. I never really used Shadow very much. If it's a mistrait, but But why Kappa? Why that over, like, you know, Mini and Hogue? Like, that's just odd. Like, they didn't use Mini or Hogue when they've used that since Final Fantasy II. Like, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all have that. And then here it's just Imp. It's weird. So, here's the Magicite Sword, which is a little bit of an odd item. It lets you summon a random Esper, even if you don't have that Esper. So if you use this, Kappa, yeah, we'll go over the Kappa status when we get to those. So, say you use this, and you only have, like, I don't know, Ramu, like the first 4 Espers or something. You might get Ramu when you have Ramu. You might get Bahamut. You might even get Crusader. And heaven help you if you get Crusader. Because if you get Crusader, you're probably destroying yourself. We'll go over the Espers when we go over them, but, yeah, this is a very, risky item to use. It can be good, but it can also be kinda a crap. Super Ball. Bounces around the battlefield with brilliant. It does get non-elemental damage, it's random damage. Apparently there's a glitch with using a Super Ball against Umaru. If Umaru jumps and you use this right as Umaru is going off screen, it soft locks the game. At least like the SNES version, which I never knew that was a thing. I should try to go get a video of that, but like, I don't have a way of doing that in this file, so that's not happening. I don't even know if it happens in the Pixel Remaster. Interesting little glitch. It's a rare item too. Like getting the Super Ball is kind of hard. Smoke Bomb. It lets you run away from battles if you can run away. I think this is the first time this item shows up. And honestly, I like this as an item. Well, technically, you have it in Final Fantasy 3 and 4 with the emergency exits. But yeah, I do like this item because yeah, there's a couple pieces of equipment that Mario can equip that allows him to use new abilities. We'll go over that when we get there, don't worry. So, I'm actually glad for this item. This item is a godsend for speedrunners. I feel like. Or, you know, if you just don't want to fight, like, you know, I don't think I really want to fight this hill guy, so I'm just gonna Smoke Bomb. And this is the same as, you know, a teleport spell. So it lets you, leave a gun soon, or fight. So, teleport stone is basically like the Smoke Bomb. And both of these let you escape battle. So you got 2 different items that basically do the same thing. So when you really think about it, did we really need the Smoke Bomb when we have the teleport stone? I feel like we didn't need I don't think we needed the Smoke Bomb. So the dragon meat. I forget how much HP the dragon meat heals. If it heals more than the it heals more than a potion, but I think it heals less than I think it heals. Oh, it heals 150 HP. So it's the same as a high potion. No, it's weaker than a high potion, but stronger than a potion. So dried meat is not bad for healing, but you do need this in order to get Gao. Both, no, you need No, you only need it for the first time. You need to get Gal. Still not a bad healing item. Sleeping bag is your single hand, and you got your hand. So an item I don't have is it is the rename card. I actually don't know if you can get the rename card normally. No, you can get the rename card here. In order to get the rename card, you need to bet an elixir to defeat the Cactar. And then you can bet the rename card in order to get the Miracle Shoes. So yeah, I don't have the rename card. It lets you rename a playable character. I'm actually surprised I don't have a rename card. Huh. And then you got your throwable weapon items, fire, water, and lightning, and blink. It's basically blink. No, this is blink. This is Vanish, this is blink. And these are only usable by Shadow and Go-Go if Go-Go has the throw ability. From what I know, these are actually very strong for Shadow. I wouldn't know because I had not used throw at all. Because I'm a bit of a loot goblin. If there's an item and I only have one of an item, I will never use it. I will generally never use the item if there's only one of it. And I just don't use the throw command. One thing you was got you dedicate more time in is to learn all the Strago's blue magic. Well, we'll get the blue magic when we get there. Don't you worry, we got a little bit to go through, but it's not too terribly much. So these are Edgar's tools. There are 8 of them. So this is non-elemental damage to all enemies. This is it inflicts heat to one enemy. So you use this, the enemy takes their turn, and then they instantly die. If, you know, it works on them. It's a very weird ability, and it's the very last one you will get in the game normally. You're never really gonna use Air Anchor. Buma Shuriken and Shadow was good. Yeah, I guess Buma Shurikens are good. Do I not have any Shurikens or Buma Shurikens? Huh. Or are there Shuriken? Oh, they're down there. I was about to say, do I not have them? So Air Anchor, you're never going to use Air Anchor. It's pretty terrible for the most part. This does, this ignores the enemy's defense, I believe. Let me, double check. Helmy. No, you're not good at Helmy. Very well, I know where it is. So, let me go here and drill. It's unblockable and ignores damage. It does very high physical damage. So it's a very strong weapon. And once you get the drill, you're pretty much going to be using the drill all the time. So you can buy this after the Norse battle. Or you can steal it before his, who is much later in the game. But this is your go-to weapon for, or ability for Edgar. Chainsaw is also very strong. Chainsaw is stronger than Drill. However, the thing about the Chainsaw is there is a 25% chance it'll try to do instant death. It does work on undeads, but it doesn't work on those immune to death. For some reason, the death act is considered a magic attack, which is weird. And the the physical, when you hit with the physical attack, it is physical and it ignores defense and all that stuff, yeah. And then we get the Bio Blaster, which does poison elemental damage, and I believe it does... Yeah, it does poison. And it ignores split damage, so it doesn't split the damage whenever you attack with it. That's magic-based, by the way. This is not, non-elemental magic damage, which also inflicts blind, ignores defense, or ignores split damage, and is unblockable. This does it doesn't do any damage, but it inflicts confusion. Noise Blaster is one of those weapons that is... It's kind of one of those whatever items that you're not really going to use very much. There is a reason to use it, actually. And this is dependent on how much of the game you know. So, I talked about Strago. Strago is your blue mage. The way he learns his magic is seeing the spell. So, if he's unable to act, so sleep, blind, petrify, freeze, zombie, death, he will not be able to learn the spell. Keep in mind, he does not need to be hit by the spell to learn it. He just needs to see it. So, most cases, you're just waiting for the enemy to use the lure. Sometimes enemies will use lures only when confused. So, if you use the Bite or a Noise Blaster, you might be able to get some lures very early, like Step Mine or Traveler. You can also learn it through Gal. If Gal uses a Rage, and the Rage uses a lure, you can learn it that way as well. Same thing with Realm Sketch. You can learn lures that way. Edgar's very good at the beginning of the game, but is the best at the end. Yeah, he's not. He's really not. I still use him because I like Edgar. Edgar's fun. And then you get the Debilitator, which adds a random elemental weakness to an enemy. From that, this stacks, so you can keep adding elemental weaknesses to the enemy. This feels like cheating in a way. I like tools too much too, honestly. But yeah, Debilitator, I never really used the Debilitator. I never really had the reason to use Debilitator. I wonder if I should have tried it. Let me take a look at the Debilitator over here real quick. Yeah, it just gives a random elemental weakness. Just random. Needs more Go-Go. Do we really need more Go-Go? Go-Go says Go-Go time. So there's that. So, now we are done with the items. It's time for the weapons. Ultimate weapon. The very first time ultimate weapon shows up. The damage it does is based on the user's current HP. And max HP. The more max HP you have, the higher damage it will do if you stay close to max HP. This carries over to Final Fantasy VII with Cloud's ultimate weapon. Where the more max HP and the closer hit to your current max HP you are, the more damage ultimate weapon does. This gets really good later on. It's not really super great early on. It does have a, and a half hour 255, but don't let that fool you. So as you can see, you can use it with Lucio, Runic, and Two-Handed, and only these 4 characters can use ultimate weapon. So if you want a damage weapon for Hera, This is a good damage weapon for Hera. It's also very good for Locke. Makes you wonder why Locke's able to use it. But ultimately, you kind of don't really want this for Hera, I feel. If you're going the magic route. If you're not going the magic route and you're going all-around build, this is very good for Hera. Edgar can use it. He usually has more HP to work with, but you're probably going to have Edgar doing other things. It's great for Locke. I mean, Locke's not really going to be doing much else outside of stealing. And Celis is pretty similar to Hera. She's probably going to be flinging spells all the time. Valiant Knife, ultimate weapon, yeah. That's usually the strat with Locke. Give him Genji gloves, Valiant Knife, ultimate weapon. That will make sure that he's always doing high damage at all times. Excalibur. As you can see, Excalibur's pretty good. It's the highest attack weapon in the game for swords. Gives it 20 evasion, which is amazing. 1 magic, 1 stamina, 2 agility, and 2 strength. Oh, I guess I could go right here. So I don't even need to do that. It is Holy Elemental, so... Oh, wait. Never mind, you can't even use this with those, Wow, you can't use Runic with ultimate weapon? Really? You can't use Runic with ultimate weapon. And again, it's only these 4 characters that can use Excalibur. Honestly, Excalibur would probably be best with your Edgar. Well, not Edgar. With your, Celis or Hera. If you want the raw damage. It's not bad. Let me check something about Excalibur. Excalibur. You only get 1 Excalibur in the entire game. Only 1, and that's from defeating the goddess. So, don't lose your Excalibur, okay? If you lose your Excalibur, well, you've bugged up. Very good weapon, though. The Falchion. The Falchion is... It's an okay weapon. I think you can buy the Falchion. Let me check. You know what? I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. And make this easier to, see. Give me a second. I'm rearranging, a couple things over here. So I can see what I need to do. Alright, so... Falchion. Yeah, you can just buy this. This is your strongest sword that you can buy. I mean, 176 attack isn't too bad. And it does give you heavy base. So that's not terrible. Obviously, there's better weapons. The Soul Saber. As you can see, it drains MP and may cast Death. What are the odds of casting Death? Well, let's find out, shall we? Soul Saber. It has a 25% chance of casting Death. So, 25% chance. Here's the thing. Again, it's only useful by these, 4. In all honesty, you're not using this weapon. I'm gonna be honest. It's not terrible, but at the same time, it's not really that great. It's really not. You can find this in Figaro Castle. You can also steal it from the Sampling Corpse, or win it in the Colosseum by betting the Organics. But yeah, ultimately, it's not really that great of a weapon. Oh yeah, ultimate weapon. Before I forget, there is only 1 ultimate weapon you can get in the game. Technically, technically, there's 2 ultimate weapons. You could find the ultimate weapon at the Cave of the Seal Gate, which is a one-time only location. So if you don't get there, you will never be able to get it for the main playthrough. If a GBA person, and I'm assuming this person, I don't know if it happens here too, you can steal it for the rest enemy in the final fight. And if a GBA person, you'll be able to keep the ultimate weapon. Again, I don't know if that happens to the Pixel Remaster, but yeah. Rest has ultimate weapon, which is useless if the SNES and PlayStation persons, because you can't really use it. The Blood Sword is a little bit weaker than the Soul Saber, but, I mean, same characters. You're not using the Blood Sword. Let's be real, guys. You're not using the Blood Sword. You can find it in Zen, or you can steal it from number 24, 024, the Lizard and Ultimate Buster. So, the damage it does cannot exceed the user's max HP minus their current HP. So if you're missing like 50 HP, it will only do 50 damage. It's not a very good weapon. Not at all. You're gonna ignore this weapon. Don't even bother with it. The chicken knife from FF5 is very interesting how it can gain power from running away from Mal. Yeah, it's like the only weapon that really does that in the series too. So you got your Flame Hung, your Ice Brand, and your Thunder Blade. They're all the same damage and magic, just different elements and what abilities they'll cast when attacking with them. So Fire, Blizzard, and Thunder, useful like the same characters. You're probably going to use these when you get them. These are all very, like, the elemental weapons are actually pretty viable, I think. So the Flame Hung you can find in the Max Tech Research, but actually you can find all 3 of these in the Max Tech Research facility. So that tells you how early on you get these. For the Flame Hung, you can also find it at the Imperial Observation Post. It's in the oven for some reason. You can also buy all 3 of them in Albrook, Nikia, and Sen. And all 3 of them, well, the Flame Hunk Ice Grand also dropped from number 024. Give me a second, get this out of here. I don't need this here. You can steal the Flame Hunk from the Flame Eater as well. So, all 3 of these have a 25% chance of casting the associated spells. Again, these are all very nice. They're very nice for, again, additional damage when you attack with them. And they're decent offense tools for, you know, all characters. They're not bad. Plus, you know, 2 magic. The plus 2 magic makes it very valuable for Celes and Hera. Celeste. Is it Celeste or is it Celes? I don't know, actually. There's Mithril Sword. I mean, it's a Mithril Sword. You can pretty much buy this, you can buy this sword, you know. And you can steal it from so many enemies. Like, honestly, you're gonna find the sword everywhere. Son Hexagon. It is a very strong weapon. So, Cayenne can use this one, not Locke, but Cayenne. I would suggest give this a Cayenne. In all honesty. Until you get his better weapon. This is a very good weapon for Cayenne. So what is the chance of it doing the instant death? it has a 25% chance of using Son Hexagon, so it literally uses Ogun Son Hexagon. And it does work on undeads, which is amazing. So yeah, this weapon, very, very good. And I suggest giving it a Cayenne because, again, Edgar's going to be using tools, Celeste and Harris are going to be using magic. I think it was Regis Celeste. I'm not actually sure because, like, I remember Cloud saying her name as Celeste in World of Final Fantasy, but I mean, you know, I don't even know how to say his name. Like, he was called Hygus, then he was called Hegus, you know. And it's like with Hifa, like, I used to call Hifa Hifa, because, you know, Hiffany, you know, it's Hifa. But, you know, they pronounce it as Hifa, because, you know, it's confusing. Because on Hexagon, you will win from the Blue Dragon. Or if you bet the Lightbringer, which, why are you betting the Lightbringer? Don't bet the Lightbringer. You will get the Son Hexagon. The Organics. I think it uses 20 MP to do a critical hit. So, as you can see, it's a pretty strong weapon. Only these three can use it. But as you can see, it can break when you attack with it. Why would you ever use this weapon? And the fun fact about this weapon, you cannot find it, you cannot win it, you cannot steal it. If you want this weapon, you must bet a Flame-Hung Ice Grand, Thunder Blade, or Son Hexagon and win in the Colosseum, or use Metamorphosis on the Mugsug, Hilgigas, Gigantos, or Glassla Lapis. Glassla Lapis is in the GBA version. So, yeah, it's, it's not very good because it breaks. And you're more than likely never going to see this weapon in a normal playthrough. It is a very rare weapon. That sucks. So the Crystal Sword is another weapon you can buy, only usable by these three. Crystal Sword, let me find it. You can buy it in Zagor, the World of Ruin. You can steal it from Dark Force, and then you can metamorphose a lot of different guys. So, you can just buy this. Is it better than the Falchion? No. Falchion is still the best. You're very behind with a large backlog of games. Aren't we all? I think we're all always behind a bunch in our backlog. Enhancer! So, Enhancer isn't really going to be used by Edgar. However, as you can see, it gives +7 magic. It also gives 20% evasion, which is very, very nice. So, this weapon is God Tier. It is a very God Tier weapon. It's so good. It's so good. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? You disappear. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay. So, you can actually just buy this weapon in, Nikia, South Figaro, and Coligan. You can also get it at the Colosseum, but there's no reason to do that, in all honesty. You don't really need to go to Colosseum for this weapon. But this weapon is probably what you're going to be using for Celeste and Hera, for the simple fact that +7 magic is a really big boost. That is an exceptionally large boost in magic. Ah yes, the Stone Blade. Freaking Stone Blade. So, 117 attack, useful by them. It may cast Break. So, Stone Blade has a 25% chance of using Break when attacking with it. You can find this from the Magic Research Facility, or you can steal it from the Outsider. So, it's not a bad weapon when you get it, in all honesty. I still feel like, in terms of the elemental weapons, those are more valuable. But this is good if you want just, you know, a non-elemental weapon. Also a chance of inflicting petrify and all of that. I mean, it's a bastard sword. What do you want me to say? You can find this in a few pounds of the World of Balance. If you do not get this in the World of Balance, you cannot get it anymore. So, if you want to have at least one of everything, make sure to buy this before you finish the floating continent. The Rune Blade! With 5 attack and evasion. I believe this takes 20 MP to do a critical hit. You'll find one in Nars. You can buy it in the Kia, and you can steal it from number 024. So you can never really miss this weapon. By the time you're able to buy it, you don't really need it. So don't even really worry too much about this weapon. A great sword. I mean, you know, it's a great sword. What do you want me to say? You can find it in South Figaro, or you can buy it in South Figaro and Nars, only in the World of Balance. So again, if you don't get this before completing the floating continent, you can no longer get it. So if you want one of everything, get this as well. And now we're at the Ninja Blades. So these are only usable by Sago. Kaganui is Sago's best weapon in this version. There's ultimate weapons and other stuff in the GBA version. I will go over that as well when I finish all of this. So, Kaganui has a 25% chance of casting Stop when attacking. You will be able to find this in the Cultist Tower. So this is the go-to weapon for Shadow. You're probably going to be used to this with Shadow. If you're not, you know, throwing. All day, every day. The Ichigeki. Again, useful by Shadow. 25% chance of inflicting death. So you can argue which one is better for Shadow. This or the Kaganui. It also depends on what you're finding. If you're finding undeads, then the Ichigeki is it's way worse. You will find this on the cave on the belt. You can also get from metamorphosing the Ninja, Cobra, and Outsider. So yeah. Again, we get Sasuke! Sasuke! I mean, it's just, you know, it's a weapon. You can steal it from Basil Fun or win it from Gigantos. Give me just a second, if you will. 1 second. So we got Sasuke. And then we got Sakura. Huh. Sasuke and Sakura, huh? Interesting. So this is a wind elemental weapon. Again, only usable by Shadow. You can find this only in the World of Balance. So make sure to get this in Albert, Vector, or Nars. Nothing else to say there. Kogachi, one of the earlier weapons for Shadow. Also, you can only find this in Zagor in the World of Balance. And the kunai, which, I mean, Shadow starts with this. You can also steal this from, Baal-Safon. Who the heck is Baal-Safon? Not Bales! We must stop Bales! Oh, that's on, oh, that's like a Sonier's belly. Okay. So that is all of the kunais. So now we have katanas. I love me some katanas. So, the Mutsunokami. You win this with defeating Fiend. Or you can win it at the Colosseum by betting the Radiant Lance. Don't do that. You don't need 2 of these. So it gives 20 evasion and very high attack. This is only for Cayenne. So this is very good for Cayenne. Strong attack, gives you evasion. The only downside is you get basically at the end of the game, so you don't really get any use out of it. Murakumo! It's, you know, it's a katana. You can win this from Red Dragon. You can win it at the Colosseum by betting the Kakanui, Holy Land, Masamune, or Magus Rod. Don't do that. Or you can steal it from Samurai Soul. I mean, I guess. So this is going to be your best weapon until you get the Mutsunokami. And then, of course, the Masamune. Is it Masamune or Masamune? I think it's Masamune, right? I used a Culpus Masamune for so many years. Like, so many years I used Culpus Masamune. You will be able to steal this from Yojimbo. You can win it from the Colosseum by betting the Murasame. And the most common way of getting this is by completing Cayenne's dream sequence. So beat Rat Soul and you will get the Masamune. Masamune, sorry. Murasame! It gives you an evasion, so it's not bad. You will find it on the floating continent. You can also bet the Sasuke at the Colosseum to get this. Which, why? And you can steal it from Kamui, the Undead Behemoth King, and Samurai Soul. So, there's a few ways of getting this. The Kazakiri is Wind Elemental. It has a 50% chance of using Wind Slash when you attack with it. Not bad. Gives you a AoE Wind Elemental attack. I believe Wind Slash is magic though, so because it's magic and Cayenne is awful with magic, it's not gonna do as much damage as you can like it to. Just saying. You can find it at the Cave Shield Gate or steal it from number 128. Kiku Ichimonji. It's a katana. It is a katana. You must buy it in the World of Balance if you want it. Either in Zagor, Albrook, or Vector. The Kahetsu. It's a katana. You must buy it in the World of Balance at Mopolis, Nikia, or Nars. And finally, the Asura. It's a katana. Cyan starts with this, but you can also steal it from Kamui. Now, knives! Gaglagius! Gaglagius is very good, as you can see. Give me a second. It is going to be probably your strongest weapon for knife users. Gaglagius, most of these characters are going to be using something urban knives. And Evasion is a bag. 204 attack is very good. It is wholly elemental. So, you can find this at the ancient castle, or you can win it by betting the ultimate weapon. Which, if you do that, you are a fool. Why would you bet the ultimate weapon? Swordbreaker! It is a very, very good weapon. So, these are the characters that can use it. 30 evasion is super good, guys. It is so good. If you do wield this, I'm assuming it gives you 60 evasion. So, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming. Which makes it very, very strong against enemies that use just regular attack. You probably know this, but you can use Exo in combination with Tyrannosaurs that can work with Ruin. Yeah, except that only works in the SNES and PlayStation version. That trick does not work in the GBA or Pixel Remaster. They fixed that, so that's a no-go. That does not work. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. One second. One second. Okay, but yeah, Swordbreaker is exceptionally good for evasion. We have the Man-Eater, 146 attack and max evasion, useful by all of these characters. I don't know why some knives are useful by some characters and not by others. Like, why is Swordbreaker not useful by, the other characters? So, this does double damage against humans. You can, for Swordbreaker, you can buy it in Miranda, in the World of Ruins. You can win it in the Colosseum by betting the Assassin's Dagger, or you can steal it from Amdusius or Vector Chimera. Man-Eater, you can find in Daryl's Tomb, or you can buy it in Zagor or Famasa. So yeah, the problem with this is, yes, it's not a bad weapon, but you're not really going to be fighting very many humans in the World of Ruins. So it's kind of not really gonna be as good as other weapons. Especially if you can buy the Enhancer. Like, Enhancer is still better for, Celis and Hera. And the other characters they just have better options, really. Valiant Knife. So, Valiant Knife, it gives 10 evasion. It's only useful by luck. Valiant Knight is the opposite of Ultimate Weapon. The lower your HP gets, the more damage it does. And here's the thing about it. So when you're at max, it does normal damage as per its attack stat, plus damage based on Lot's max HP and his current HP. And it ignores defense, so it doesn't matter what defense the enemy has, this goes through it. Now, the fun fact about this, the bonus damage due to HP loss is ignored by the Master Scroll's damage penalty. The regular damage for the weapon is affected, but the bonus damage it is not. So, using this with Ultimate Weapon and Master Scroll with lock is ideal. Because, why wouldn't you? It ignores the damage, or the damage penalty. Use it with it. What else is lock gonna do? I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't think lock is really that great of a character. Just because, like, he has skill and that's really all he does. I mean, his damage isn't bad, but, like, everyone else is just better than lock, I feel, in all honesty. Assassin's Dagger. 3 agility, 2 magic, 10 evasion, 106 attack, and it's useful by these 2. It's not a bad weapon, honestly. Oh yeah, Valiant Knife you get from lock after you complete the Phoenix Cave. There's only one of these at the game. Assassin's Dagger you find at the Cave of the Seal Gate. You can win it at the Colosseum by betting the Valiant Knife. Don't do that. Or you can Metamorphosis, Ninja, Cobra, or Outsider. Better lock is in 9. Yeah, Sagan is a lot better than lock. So it has a 25% chance of inflicting death. It's not a bad weapon, except the area you get in is atrocious. Because everything's pretty much undead, so you're just gonna revive enemies with this. If you can use that exploit where... I still fight in the forest. I still just Ultima spam. I just Ultima spam. That's literally all I do to level up. I fight the same guys, I fight the Tyrannosaurs, I fight the Brachiosaur, and I just level up that way. The same level up spots that you use in the original versions are still applicable. You can still do them here. Beef Knife. 3 agility, 88 attack, 10 evasion, and magic evasion. Useful by Sao and Lock. So, here's the fun thing about the Thief's Knife. In the Pixel Remaster, the Mug ability only activates for Lock and Shadow. It activates for anyone in the other versions of the game. But in this version, it only activates for these 2. Why? I don't know. I have no idea why they fixed that or changed that. In addition, in this version of the game, it's a 25% chance of Mug activating. In every other version of the game, it's 50%. Why? Why did you have the chance of it activating? Why did you make it only activate with Lock and Shadow? I don't get it. Air Knife. 76 act and is Wind Elemental. Oh yeah, Beef's Knife you can find in Norse, Steel from the Field, Failed Dancer, or Drop from Gagaluma. Air Knife you can find in the Returner Hideout, buy the World of Balance from Norse, Colligan, and Sen, win it from Devilfish, or steal it from the Tunnel Armor. It is useful by these 4 characters. Are you really going to use the Air Knife? Only for a little bit. It's not really that great of a weapon. It might be better against, like, flying enemies, because flying enemies, I think, are more weak to wind. But ultimately, like, there's better weapons to use than the Air Knife. Main Gouts. 4 agility, 10 evasion, 59 attack, only useful by lock. So they make the evasion way worse in this version of the game, in Final Fantasy VI. In previous games, it was always like 25% evasion or something like that. They probably did that because evasion, it's too easy to get high evasion, more than likely. But considering that only Locke can use it, like, is it really necessary? I don't know if it's really necessary. Anyways, you will find it at Mount Colt, or you can steal it from the Lesser Lopris or the Merchant. The Mithril Knife. I mean, it's a Mithril Knife. Hera and Goku starts with this. You can win it from the Iron Fist, steal it from Lesser Lopris or the Gargle Eater, or buy it in South Figaro or Mowgli's in the World of Mountain. And the Dagger! I mean, yep, it's a dagger. Locke starts with this. You can win it in the Colosseum by betting the Gladius or Thief Glove. Why would you ever do that? You can steal it from Typhoon or Ambusius, or buy it in South Figaro in the World of Balance. And now we get his spears, but before I do the spears, we're gonna take a quick break. I need to go check out the doggo, so BRB, enjoy the music. Alright, I am back. Give me just a second to double check things. And we will continue on in just a bit. So yeah, the in-person, oh boy, the in-person. That's gonna be a fun thing. We'll get that here in a second, but give me just a second. Let me check a couple things real quick. Okay. There's that. So I talked about how weird the imp status is in Final Fantasy VI. So they did a little something interesting with the imp status. So normally your stats suck when you're an imp. Your stats absolutely suck when you're an imp. This 253 act does not apply normally. It does not apply normally. As you can see, everyone can use this. Except Umaru, because Umaru can't equip it. So this 253 act only applies when you're under imp. So this is the strongest weapon in the game, in terms of raw damage. You win this with the Tyrannosaur, you can steal it from the Greater Mantis, you can win it in the Colosseum by betting the cat ear hood, or you can metamorphose the Cactar, Hogberry, or Hogberries. This weapon is very strong. I have never used the imps with all of their gear. I actually have no idea how strong they are. Ultimately, you're sacrificing your character's magic abilities and their unique commands to do this strategy. How good is it? I don't know. I've never tried it. There's an entire set of imp equipment that makes imps very strong. But again, I don't know how good it really is. The Radiant Lance is 3 strength, 3 magic, 1 stamina, 2 agility, 227 attack. Only useful by Edgar and Mog. You know, for being called the Radiant Lance, I am surprised that it's not wholly elemental. You can win this with a demon, or you can win it from the Colosseum by betting the Mutsuno Kami. Which, why would you do that? General Imp Strat is jump and quad attack, yeah. But like, you know, you can also just cast Ultima a lot. Like, why wouldn't you just quad cast Ultima? The Holy Lance, I guess this is why Radiant Lance isn't holy. 3 magic, 194 act, useful only by them. It has a 25% chance of casting holy when you attack with it. So, you automatically get this after defeating the Holy Dragon. Otherwise, you must get from the Colosseum by betting the Murakumo, which, I mean, in all honesty. And then the rest of the spears are kinda not really that impressive. So, Edgar gets spears and swords. For the most part, you're not really attacking with Edgar. You remember the power you have to scale to get the gem box is very frustrating. It can be. It can really be annoying. So comparison, it's a spear. Sure is. You can steal it from Hess Riker or buy it in Zagor in the World of Ruins. Golden Spear. It's a spear, and it's golden. You can steal it from Gorkamira, Mara, buy it in South Figaro, Colican, or Kamasa in the World of Ruins, or metamorphose a whole bunch of dudes. Yep. Happy Lands. It's, Yep. It's the Happy Lambs. You can win it from Hesriker, or buy it in Kamasa in the World of Balance, or South Piccolo in the World of Ruins. Piccolo, that's new. A Trident. It's, oddly Water Elemental. One of the few Water Elemental weapons or abilities of the entire game. So, it's interesting that you get this on the second weakest spear in the game. Edgar Gigolo, male Gigolo. I mean, that's Edgar normally. That's literally just Edgar normally. Hello, Melty. So, the Trident, you can buy in Miranda, or Nars in the World of Balance, or in South Figaro in the World of Ruin. And lastly, the Mithril Spear. The weakest spear in the game. You only get a spear. It's the Mithril Spear. Mog, Moglin, and Mogwin start with this. You get Aegis from Mog at the start of the game and give it to Edgar, which gives him, a big boost in power at the start of the game. You can also buy in Nikia and Nars and Miranda in the World of Balance. So those are all the spears. Rods. The rods are, I'm gonna be real, the rods are very underwhelming. They're very underwhelming in this game. So, Healing Rod. Very high hack. Very high hack, y'all. It heals HP when you hit someone with it. You can find this in the Esper's Gathering Place and in Sen. The Esper's Gathering Place? Esper's Gathering Place? Oh, they're talking about the, Cave the Seal Gate. I don't know why it's called Esper's Gathering Place. So yeah, it's not a bad weapon for your mages. Honestly, I would just stick on Realm and Strago, so, if they get confused, you're not beating yourself up and take damage. The Magus Rod is the strongest rod. 7 magic, 3 magic evasion, 168 attack. Very, very good rod. For the, healing rod. Oh, I already said that. For the Magus Rod, you will win it with the Earth Dragon. Or you can win it at the Colosseum by betting the Healing Rod. Interesting. Not bad. The 30% magic evasion is really, really nice. Not gonna lie. So, the thing about the rods that make them all suck compared to Final Fantasy V, when you use them as an item, they will cast the spell associated with them. But then they break. I mean, technically, that's what happens in Final Fantasy V, but like, in this game, the spells that they use kinda aren't that great, really? I mean, the Holy Rod isn't bad. It's got 124 attack. It's Holy Elemental. And it has 25% chance of casting Holy when you attack with it. And the fact that you could just use it and break it and use Holy, that's not bad. But I don't know how strong Holy actually is at that point in the game. I mean, it's not bad. Gravity Rod. You will find it in Figaro Castle. You can fight it in Miranda and Famasa in the World of Ruins, or you can win it at the Colosseum by betting the Punisher or Rainbow Brush. It is Earth Elemental. One of the few Earth Elemental weapons. Why is it Earth Elemental? What? Okay. It has a 25% chance of casting Graphica when you attack with it, and you can break it to cast Graphica, which, I mean... yeah, it's really weird that this is an Earth Elemental weapon. So, I never really used Graphica. Graphica might be good, but like, I don't know, dude. Like, at this point, you should be able to have Graphica as a spell. So, I don't know about using this for Graphica. The Punisher! 111 attack. When you attack with it, you summon Hell's Kitchen. Wait, no, that's not what it actually does. It costs 20 MP to do an automatic critical hit. That's all it does. It's not really that good. Why would you use this? For a mage? You can find it at the Ancient Castle, and it's equipped on Bannon of all characters, so... yeah, why does Bannon have this? I don't know. And then you have, you know, the Poison Rod. So, we'll get to the other three rods in general. These are all the same, they're all, you know... Same act, different elements, different spells. But we'll get to that in a second. Poison Rod. You can buy it in Norse, in the World of Balance. You can steal it from the Licks and Twin Sight. Or you can win it from the Twin Sight. It's Poison Elemental. Wow. The Poison Rod is Poison Elemental? Holy moly, guys, I was not expecting it to be Poison Elemental. I thought it was going to be Holy. Or, you know, Dark Elemental, but there's no dark in this game. 25% chance of casting Poison, excuse me, when attacking, and it casts Poison when used as an item. Why? Why would you ever use this? This just doesn't seem worth using, really. It seems very bad in comparison to these weapons. The thing is, why would you use regular attacks like a mages? Just why? They're mages. Have them use magic. So these are all elemental. As you can see, unlike in Final Fantasy V, they cast magic and be conserved. Yeah, I guess that is true. They cast magic when attacking with them, which they do not do in Final Fantasy V. It's Thyra, Glycera, and Thundera, respectively. However, they also cast those spells when you break the rods. Unlike in Final Fantasy V, where it was Baraka, Glycera, and Thundera. Something else we learned from that game cannot give you the highest level elemental spell on a weapon. Just saying, I think they learned. Alright, so for all three of these weapons, you can find them all in Famasa, in the World of Ruins. They're all dropped by the wizards. You can buy the Flame Rock and or you can find the Flame Rock and Ice Rock in Famasa. The Thunder Rock you find in Figaro Cave. I am choking on something, I don't know what. Something's like air in here, and it's killing me. And then you get the Mithril Rock, which gives you 2 magic, 60 attack. Yeah. You can buy it from Masa, it can work of balance. Win it from the Joker, or, you know, Straker starts with it. Throwing weapons! Oh boy, throwing weapons! These are actually pretty decent for Mr. Locke. Locke is the only one that can use these, by the way. This gives you 7 attack, 7 magic, 1 stamina, or 7 agility, sorry. 1 stamina, 2 magic, 198 attack. It has a 25% chance of inflicting death when attacking. And it does full... All of these throwing weapons do full damage for back row. So this is a very, very good weapon for Locke. If you want him to take less damage. And if you don't have a Valiant Knife or Ultimate Weapon. You find this in the Phoenix Cave and in the Ancient Castle. So this is a pretty good weapon for Locke. However, the higher the HP you get, the better off you are using Ultimate Weapon and Valiant Knife with Locke. Sniper! It has 172 attack. Useful only by Locke. Here's the fun thing about this weapon. You can buy it in Zagor in the World of Ruins. You can win it in the Colosseum by betting the Winged Eggs or Dragon Claw. Don't do that, by the way. It has a 50% chance of either doing 150% damage to non-floating targets, or it does 150% damage to non-floating targets, or 50% chance of dealing 300% damage to floating targets. You remember having Locke doing 49.99 damage at his max HP? Jeez, that's pretty good. But yeah, 50% chance of doing 300% damage to floating targets. That's pretty strong, really. That's a lot of damage. So this is good against, like, say, the Storm Dragon. You just absolutely obliterate that guy. Rising Sun, 117 attack. It's long range. You can steal it from the Connoisseur. I already made the Connoisseur joke. Come on now. Or you can win it at the Colosseum by betting the Pinwheel. Hawkeye. Don't expect this to have 100% accuracy. Hawkeye never has 100% accuracy. You know? It has 180%, so this is even better than the Archer. Wow. So this weapon also has the same gimmick as the Sniper, where it has a 50% chance of dealing 300% damage to floating targets, or 150% damage to non-floating targets. You can buy it at Nars or Famasa in the World of Balance. And then the Boomerang! 102 attack! Long range! You can buy it in Sen, Miranda, or Nars in the World of Balance. And Cosmog starts with this. You can't get it from Cosmog. And the Moonring Blade! 95 attack! You can steal it from Perusa, or you can buy it at the World of Balance from Norse, Kolikin, Zador, or Sen. And the Rare Bone Club. So, this is an odd thing. As you can see, I have a Bone Club. What's odd about it? You cannot unequip Umaro. You cannot take Umaru's Bone Club. And as you can see, only Umaru can equip it. So how can you get this in your inventory if you cannot unequip it from Umaru? Good question. So, also, you cannot use it with a merit award, so you can't even use it with anyone else. You can steal it from the Punisher. I mean, it makes sense that the Punisher has a Bone Club, after all. He's beating the living crap out of everyone. Or you could win it at the Coliseum by betting the Rising Sun, Sniper, or Death Parrot. The question is, why? Why can you get more Bone Clubs if you're unable to even equip it? Morning Star, 109 act. It's long range, so you do full damage from the back row, and it's useful by these people. You can buy it in Norse, Ikamasa, and the World of Balance. Fun fact, Kefka is equipped with this. When you fight him in any fight where it uses his sprite, he comes equipped with this. And lastly, the Chained Flail does full damage from back row. You can buy it in Norse and Kolikin in the World of Balance, or steal it from Wartpunk. I'm gonna be honest, these weapons are not bad for back row. But I feel like you're gonna be using their more specialized weapons than these. Maybe. Perhaps. Now it's time for Punch McPuncturson. Sapin's weapons, these are all Sapin only. Tiger Fang. So, Tiger Fang, 215 attack, 3 strength, 3 magic, 2 agility, 2 stamina. This is a very, very good weapon, and it's going to be Sapin's ultimate weapon in the non-GPA version. You can find it in the Cave of the Belt, or steal it from Great Behemoth, which is GPA only. You can only get one of these normally. Dragon Claws, 188 attack, 2 strength, 1 magic. And oddly enough, Holy Elemental. You can win this from the Angler Whelk. I think you can win 2 of these from Angler Whelk. I don't know why it's Holy Elemental though. Very good weapon. So, since, you're always going to be upgrading these weapons for Sapin because you can't use anything else. Burning Fist. I wonder if it's Fire Elemental. Wow, it's Fire Elemental. 122 attack. And it has a 25% chance of casting fire when attacking with it. You will find it in Soso, you can buy it in Sen in the World of Ruins, or you can win it at the Coliseum by betting the Fitz Dice or Tiger Fang. If you do that, you are a fool. Don't do that. Venom Claws. They are Poison Elemental, 95 attack, and have a 25% chance of casting poison when attacking with it. Wow! Poison. Apply it directly to the nervous system. In FF1 God of Souls for GBA, you can equip them awesome. Yeah, you can. You can find this at Albrook, Miranda, and Vector in the World of Balance, or in Sen in the World of Ruin, or you can steal it from Killer Mantis. Kaiser Knuckles. 83 app. I did not know these were holy elemental. Interesting. You can find this Isidore in the World of Balance, or Sen in the World of Ruins. Mithril Claws. I mean, they're Mithril Claws. What do you want me to say? You can find Immobilis, Nikia, and Nars in the World of Balance. Steal it from Belmador, Vargas, or Exercise. And then, you know, Metal Knuckle. Sapling starts with this. That's the only Metal Knuckle in the entire game. You cannot get any more Metal Knuckles. And now we go to the brushes. Only Round can use these brushes. Only Round. As you can see. 1 strength, 2 agility, 1 stamina, 2 magic, 146 attack. You can only get this in Kefka's power. Magical Grubs. 1 agility, stamina, magic, 103 attack. You can only find this in the Sonier's belly. Are you noticing a trend? Da Vinci Brush. 1 agility, 1 magic, 100 attack. You can find this in Famasa in the World of Ruins. And the Chocobo Brush, 1 magic, 60 attack. Realm starts with this. This is the only one you can get in the game. And now, Setzer's weapons. These are all Setzer's only weapons. The Death Heron. 187 attack. They're all long range, by the way, so full damage from back row. 25% chance of casting death when attacking. You will find this in the ancient castle. Viper Darts. 133 attack. Long range. 25% chance of inflicting death. Are you noticing a trend with Setzer? You can find this in Coligan, or Famasa in the World of Ruins, or Metamorphosis, a ninja, covert, or outside. Darts. This guy's does kinda suck. 115 attack. Long range. You can find in Famasa in the World of Balance, or Coligan in the World of Ruins. And cards. You can only get this. The only way of having cards, Setzer starts with this. If you get rid of it from Setzer, you can never buy it ever again. And now, dice! Ah! So the dice is interesting, to say the least. You can buy the dice in Coligan in the World of Ruins. So, how does dice work? The damage it does is equal to double Setzer's level, multiplied by the roll of each die. If both dice soak the same number, damage is multiplied by that number. So if you get 2 6s, it's multiplied by 6. So if Setzer's level 20, it'll be 20 times 6, so 180. I think that's how it works. I think that's how it works. I think that's how it works. So if you roll a, so Setzer's level multiplied by the roll of each die. Huh. I'm actually not sure how it really works. And lastly, fixed dice, it throws 3 dice. Dice only throws 2, this throws 3. It's the same gimmick. It's the same gimmick as the dice, except you have three dice. You will find this in Kefka's Tower, and you can only get one of them. Now, these are all weapons that are thrown by Shadow and Gogo. Pinwheel is the strongest throwing weapon. You will find it in Sonier's Belly and Kefka's Tower. You can win it at the Coliseum by betting Puma Shurikens, or you can steal it from Copper, Leapfrog, or Demon Knight. Puma Shurikens, you can buy it from Kamasa in the World of Ruins, or steal it from Dr. Lifos or Ninjas. And lastly, Shurikens. You can get this all over the place, like all over the place. And that's all of those weapons. Let me talk about the Game Boy Advance only weapons. Yeah, you're better off buying Puma Shurikens. So, if a GBA person, there is a weapon called the Swill Crossblade. This is Locke's ultimate weapon. If the GBA person, it gives you 220 attack, 3 strength, 3 stamina, 7 speed, 30% evasion, 20% magic evasion, has a 25% chance of casting sleep when attacking, and is wind elemental. That's a lot of crap for Locke. You win it from the Gold Dragon in the Dragon's Den, or you can bet the Okarasuki in the Coliseum. You remember Throw being better than its regular hack and roll damage? I think it is. The thing is, I never used Shadow. I'm not a big fan of using ninjas. The Excalibur. You buy this at the auction house. This is how you get Gilgamesh if the GBA person. You need to get Excalibur. It's like the advanced mobile Steam person. The mobile Steam persons, you can't even play those anymore. It has one attack. That's all it does. Yeah, him and Locke are pretty interchangeable. There is also let me talk about a couple weapons here. So I don't have these weapons, but let me talk about them. These are in all versions, by the way. The Ragnarok. So Ragnarok you can get in Nars if you don't get the Ragnarok Esper. I prefer the Esper, honestly, because I hate not having, Esper. If you're not afraid of getting the Paladin Seal and get Ultima instead, you could go with the Ragnarok weapon. It is one of the strongest weapons in the game. It costs 20 MP to do an automatic critical hit. It has 255 attack. It gives you 7 strength, 7 stamina, 7 magic, 3 speed, 30% magic evasion, and has a 25% chance of casting flare when attacking. That's pretty good. You can find, and if the GBA person, yeah, I hate missing a slot in my list. You can steal this from Lady in the final fight, which is useless if the SNES and PlayStation person. If the GBA person, it lets you keep the Ragnarok if you steal it, I believe. I don't know if it does in this version. Now, you may be wondering, is there anything stronger than Ragnarok? And the answer is yes, there is. It is called the Lightbringer. the Lightbringer is stronger than Ragnarok. So, how can you get the Lightbringer? You bet the Ragnarok at the Colosseum. That's the only way to get it. So, I'm also going to say this, Ragnarok has 150 accuracy. Lightbringer has 255 accuracy. In addition, just to let you save after you beat Kefka, only in the GBA and Pixel Remaster. I do not know if it lets you keep the items for the final fight though in this version. If you want to look that up, feel free to let me know. So, the Lightbringer gives you the same stat boost, 7 strength, speed, stamina, magic. Oh wait! No, Ragnarok gives you 3 speed. This gives you 7 speed, so it gives you 4 more speed. In addition, where Ragnarok gives you 30% magic evasion, Lightbringer gives you 50% magic evasion and evasion. 50% evasion and magic evasion, guys. And instead of casting Flare, it casts Holy when you hack with it. In addition, it's long range. Long range. You can hack at the back row with this weapon. This weapon is broken, dude. Here's the downside. It's only equipable by Hera, Locke, Edgar, and Celis. I mean, you know, I think Hera would really love this weapon. This is a weapon for her. Put it on Locke? Why would you put it on Locke? I mean, it would make Locke really hard to kill. Now, in the GBA version, there are 2 additional weapons. These are also in the Dragon's Den. So there is Save the Queen, which is Celis' ultimate weapon. You get this by beating the blue dragon in the Dragon's Den. Hera? What do you mean Hera isn't allowed to have nice things? How could you say that? You can also win this at the Colosseum by betting the Apocalypse, which is goofy. Because to get the Apocalypse, you can also bet the Save the Queen at the Colosseum. So, Save the Queen. It has 240 attack, gives you 7 magic, 4 speed, 3 stamina, and 40% evasion and magic evasion. This makes Celis really hard to hit. Not bad. And Apocalypse is Hera's ultimate weapon. It has 250 attack, gives you 7 strength, 7 magic, 20% evasion and magic evasion, and it hates 20 OP to do an automatic critical hit. This is actually kind of worse than Save the Queen. You can win this from defeating the Red Dragon in the Dragon's Den. There are 2 spears you can win. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Trance, really. It's not really that great. It's really not. We'll go over characters when we get to the characters. Alright, so, the Longinus is Edgar's ultimate weapon in the GBA version. You win this from the Storm Dragon in the Dragon's Den, or you can bet the Gungnir in the Colosseum to get it. It has 235 attack, gives you 7 strength, 3 speed, and 3 stamina. Oddly enough, it does not grant jump bonus. Yeah, Runic is amazing compared to Morph or Trance. I don't know why this does not give you jump bonus. That seems really weird. And Gunir is Mog's ultimate weapon. 240 attack, 7 stamina, 7 magic. Also does not grant jump bonus. You win this from Nestlug or from Mecha Longinus at the Colosseum. Sayo's ultimate weapon is the Oburosuki in the GBA version. You win it from the Flame Princess or by betting the Swill Crossblade at the Colosseum. It has 225 attack, 7 strength, 7 speed, 50% evasion, and 10% magic evasion. 50% evasion! Yikes, that's scary. Cayenne's ultimate weapon in the GBA version is the Sanmato. You win this with the Holy Dragon at the Dragon's Den or by betting the God Hand at the Colosseum. It is Holy Elemental, has 245 attack, gives 7 strength, 7 stamina, and 30% evasion. Pretty good. Strago's ultimate weapon is the Stardust Rod in the GBA version. You have to find it in the Dragon's Den, or you can win it in the Colosseum by betting the Angel Brush. It has 180 attack, gives 7 magic, 4 stamina, and has a 25% chance of casting Meteor against one target. Interesting. Sabin's ultimate weapon in the GBA version is the God Hand. You win it from defeating the Earth Dragon in the Dragon's Den, or you can bet the Salmato in the Colosseum. Yeah, I like Cayenne as a character. As a fighter, he's kind of hard to use in the SNES PlayStation version. Even if it's GBA version, they fixed him in this version. They made him a lot better in this version, yes. He's a lot better now. Yes, it is Riku's legendary weapon in FF10. The God Hand is Holy Elemental, has 220 attack, and gives 7 strength, 7 stamina, and 3 speed. Go-Go's ultimate weapon. Yes, Go-Go has an ultimate weapon. It's the Scorpion Hail. You win it from defeating the Skull Dragon in Dragon's Den. What do you mean, your arm? What? Your arm? Or you can bet the final trump in the Colosseum. It has 225 attack, gives 4 strength, 4 speed, 4 stamina, 4 magic, it's long range, it's poison elemental, and has 25% chance of casting bio when attacking. It has the power of the God Hand, yes. My arm? Your arm. Yes, you, the viewer. Your arm is being used by Sapin right now. Setzer's ultimate weapon in the GBA version. You know, I never played God Hand myself. I've only seen Raocow play, I believe. Setzer's ultimate weapon in the GBA version is the final trump. You win it with the Ice Dragon in the Dragon's Den, or you can bet the Scorpion Hail in the Colosseum. It has 215 attack, gives 4 speed, 4 stamina, 3 strength, is long range, and takes 20 MP to do an automatic critical hit. And lastly, Realm's ultimate weapon is the Angel Brush in the GBA version. You win it from the Plague, or you can bet the Stardust Rod at the Colosseum. It has 170 attack, gives plus 7 magic, plus 7 speed, and has a 25% chance of casting Confuse when attacking. That seems pretty terrible, honestly. That seems really, really bad. Yeah, she's not really great. She has the highest base magic in the game, but honestly, that's not enough to redeem her. You play God Hand for the story? I guess so, yeah. So that is all of the weapons in the game. That's all the weapons, and that's all the items. So, with that said, we're gonna move on to the armor. Fun fact, there are GBA exclusive armors. Let us start with the seals. So, I cannot show this because we don't have it, but there is the cursed seal, which you find in Nars. It does not give any stat moves, and instead it gives you -7 magic, speed, stamina, strength, makes you weak to fire, ice, lightning, poison, earth, and water, and it gives you confusion, berserk, silence, sap, and doom. You can negate these by equipping the ribbon and stuff. So what's the point of the cursed seal? After doing 256 battles with it equipped, you will get the Paladin seal. Now, here's the problem. The 256 battles only count if it's not go-go. Do not equip it on go-go. Equip it on anyone else. There's a very easy way of doing the 256 fights. Go to the Solitary Island and just fight around there. Enemies die on their own. So you'll get through the fights very quickly there. Now, with that said, the Paladin seal. Oh, the Paladin seal. They didn't pitch that, no. So the Paladin seal, 59 defense, 40 evasion, 59 magic defense, 40 magic evasion, and you can learn Ultima at a 1x1 rate. So yes, if you get the Ragnarok sword instead of the Esper, you can still get Ultima from this, if you know about how to get this. So here's a fun fact. Say you equip the Ragnarok Esper and this on the same character. That gives you a 2x multiplier. So you double the multiplier to get Ultima. In addition, it absorbs fire, ice, lightning, holy, and nullifies poison, wind, earth, and water. So elements become useless against the character that has this equipped, which is amazing. It's broken. It is the most broken seal in like the history of Final Fantasy. It's ridiculous. Genji seal. Oh, yeah, Genji seal. So I'm also going to say something else about this. I just learned this. Kefka is equipped with this. Anytime you fight Kefka, he has this on. I did not know that. Huh. Genji seal. 54 defense, 20 evasion, 50 magic defense, 20 magic evasion. You will find this in the Cultist Tower. And you can win it by betting the Thunder Seal in the Colosseum. And if a GBA person, you can steal it from Gilgamesh. Not bad. Not bad. It's a strong seal. Yeah, his equipment is unremovable. Yeah. It's not a bad seal, but honestly, I feel like there's better seals in terms of evasion and magic evasions and whatnot. For example, not the Crystal Seal. Crystal Seal is not it, my dude. 50 defense, 10 evasion, 34 magic defense. Only useful by them. You can fight in Moraga in the World of Ruins, and you can metamorph a lot of dragons and stuff again. Very easy to just, get this. The Aegis Shield is an amazing shield. So, it gives 46 defense, 52 magic defense, 20 evasion, and 40 magic evasion. The 40 magic evasion makes this way better to use than Genji Shield. By the way, Leo has this equipped. You can find it in Mount Soso or Kefka's Tower. You can only get 2 of these in the entire game. I prefer using these over most of the other shields. No, I say most of the other shields. So you got the Thunder Shield, the Ice Shield, and the Flame Shield. As you can see, they go down by 1 defense each. Thunder Shield, Ice Shield, they're all useful by everyone. So, Flame Shield. Absorb fire, negates ice, weak water. Ice Shield. Absorbs ice, weak fire, negates wind. Thunder Shield. Absorbs lightning, negate wind, half fire and ice. Nani? Why is the Thunder Shield just better? Like, yeah, you can use the Flame Shield and Ice Shield to absorb, but like, Thunder Shield, there's no weakness. And you absorb one element, you negate another element, and you take 50% damage for the other 2 elements. Why wouldn't you use the Thunder Shield over, the Ice Shield and the Fire Shield? So, each of the shields will cast Baraka, Blizzica, and Fungica, which is interesting. Also, they let you learn the Fire, Blizzica, and Fungica at ×5 rate when you have them equipped. So they're good for learning the spells if you haven't learned the spells. I don't know why you would ever use them, why you would break them. There's no reason to, don't do that. For the Thunder Shield, you can find it in Mount Soso or the Sonier's Belly. You can steal it from Mudsug. You can win it in the Coliseum by betting the Genji Shield Gauntlet or Genji Glove. Or you can metamorph Perfector Chimera or Dante. I don't know why Dante's using a Thunder Shield. Maybe he needs it with Nevin, I mean, Nevin is quite shocking, after all. Ice Shield. Yeah, don't smash rods in this game. You can find it at Mount Soso and the Dreamscape. You can steal it from Inferno. You can win it from the Coliseum by betting the Flame Shield or Crystal Mail. Or you can morph the Gorgamira for Hesk Rider. At the Flame Shield, you can buy, or you can find it in the Dreamscape. You can steal from Rahu or Ketu. Locke is equipped with this after the Phoenix Cave. You can win it from the Coliseum by betting the Falchion or Ice Shield, or you can morph the Chimera, Bomb, Grenade, or Balloon. Just gave nothing to him, that's all. Yeah, that's all. Diamond Shield. 40 defense, 27 magic defense, 10% evasion, equipped for 5 now. You can buy it in Nicaea, South Figaro, or Coligan in the World of Ruins. Golden Shield. 34 defense, 23 magic defense, 10% evasion. You can find it in the Magic Head Research Facility, buy it in the World of Balance at Nars, Aftergift, Blackjack, Hamasa, and in the World of Ruins from Albrook and Sen. You can steal it from Agaman Carey. You can morph Hell's Rider and Armored Weapon, Gamma, Spitfire, Magna Roga, or EO. Or you can win it from Dante. Thank you, Mr. Dante. Mithril Shield. I mean, it's a Mithril Shield, you know. 27 phase or defense, 18 magic defense, 10% evasion. You can fight in the World of Balance in Norse before getting for Blackjack. Culligan and Zador, you can steal it from General. Setzer, Mog, Strago, Realm, and Gogo are equipped with this by default. Heavy Shield. I mean, it's a Heavy Shield, guys. The weakest Heavy Shield in the game. 22 defense, 14 magic defense, 10 evasion. You can find it in South Figaro. You can buy it in a lot of places. Well, South Figaro, Mobilis, and Ikea in the World of Balance. Or you can morph amongst the dudes. You know, free Gaunt Haze? Kinda odd that it's not common. Do I know more than Devil May Cry Gaunt Haze? I don't think I know anyone else named Gaunt Haze, really. Buckler! The weakest shield you can normally get. So, 16 defense, 10 magic defense, 10% evasion. You can buy it in South Figaro and Mowgli's The World of Balance. Steal it from Unseelie. It's initially equipped to Hera, Edgar, Cayenne. Everyone else is like all the Moogles. What do you mean, do we count? We probably do, honestly. Force Seal. You can learn Cell at a times 5 rate for this seal. 70 magic defense, 50 magic evasion, and half damage from all elements except Holy. What makes this shield really good, you have Auto Cell with it equipped. So, this doesn't do anything defensively, but for magic, this is amazing. And a lot of really heavy-hitting stuff is magic. So this is a super powerful freaking shield. You can only get 2 of these, well, no, 3 of these in the game. You find one in Kefka's house. You can win it from the Ice Dragon. If it's a GBA person, you can steal it from the Ether Glutton. Or, if you're stupid enough to do it, you can win it in the Colosseum by betting the Paladin Seal. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Don't do that. That is dumb. That is beyond stupid. Huh. I don't have the seal. Interesting. Gaunt Haze Inferno. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. I forgot about Gaunt Haze Inferno. So, there is a shield I don't have, which is odd. I could have sworn I had it. It's called the Hortus Shield. 66 defense, 66 magic defense, 30 evasion, 30 magic evasion, absorbs water. Defense is only applied when you're under Imp. Magic defense is unaffected. And you can learn Imp at ×1 rate from it. You win it from the Basilisk, or you can steal it from Basilisk. You can get it from the Colosseum by betting the Age is Sealed or Recloak, or morph a Cactuar, Hogberry, or Hogberries. I'm surprised I never got that. And it's actually really bizarre, huh? Alright, time for the hacks. Alright, the Saucer. Saucer. It's another one of those imp equipment. 42 defense and magic defense. Absorbs water. Heats his imp at ×1 rate. Defense is only applied when you're an imp. Magic defense is unaffected. And everyone can equip this, just so you can see. You steal it from the Humbleweed. You can bet the horse sealed to win it at the Coliseum, or more for Cactor, Hogberry, or Hogberries. Thornlet. The Thornlet, I never saw the purpose of this armor, like ever. Why would you want to have auto sap? Mud clog attack. Yeah, I guess that can work, yeah. 38 defense, you're stuck with sap. Okay. Why? And here's the best part. Yeah, that is how you get more of those. Here's the best part. You have to steal it from Hygon, which is rare anyways. You morph it from Siegfried. How you do that? The Undead Behemoth King, Gagulus, or Ahriman, or you bet the Force Sealed at the Coliseum. Why? Why is it so rare, and why for something that kinda sucks? Yeah, like, it's not a good helmet. A Genji helm gives you 36 defense, 38 max defense. That's all it does. And it's useful by them. You find it at Geralt's tomb. You can win it from Gilgamesh if it's GBA person, or you bet the Regal Crown at the Coliseum. Yeah, min-max, in which, I mean, there's no point. So you can technically only get one Genji helm, I believe. Cat Ear Hood. This is an interesting helmet, because it's only useful by realm. 33 defense, 33 magic defense, 10% evade and magic evade, 4 magic, 2 agility, halves fire, ice, lightning, earth, wind, and holy. The interesting thing about this, as you see, it doubles the amount of gil you earn. It also affects the gil that you get back that gets stolen from you. If you get money stolen from you and you win the fight, you'll get that money back, but you'll also get it back doubled. Which is interesting. Here's the interesting thing. You only get this at the Coliseum by betting the Saucer or Impartisan. That's the only way you can get this helmet. So unless you know about that, you're never gonna see this helmet like ever. The Oatfield. 32 defense, 31 max defense. It's only useful by the ladies. You can buy it in Miranda at the World of Ruins. Okay, I guess, if you don't have any better helmets. Yeah, okay, a lot of these are ass prima moments. Crystal Helm. 29 defense, 19 max defense. I mean, it's a helmet. You can find it in Figaro Castle, or buy it in Miranda or Zador at the World of Ruins. You can bet the Genji helm and win it at the Coliseum, which, why? And you can morph a whole bunch of dragons. Or pro armor. You can just buy it. You don't need to do anything else. It's not that exciting. Royal Crown. So, you can find this in Figaro Castle, or you can win it at the Coliseum by betting the Hypno Crown, which you only get one Hypno Crown. 28 defense, 23 magic defense, 1 magic, agility, stamina, and strength. Also, if you have the Merit Award, You cannot use this with a merit award. Only useful like twins. Also, you find it in Figaro Castle in the World of Ruins. Diamond Helm. 20 self-defense, 18 max defense, that's all. Useful like these people. You can find it in Nikia, South Figaro, and Colligan in the World of Ruins, steal it from Dante, or win it at the Colosseum by betting the Crystal Helm. Alright, I will be right back. I need to go check on the doggos and Papanomics, so be right back. Alright, I am back. Give me just a second to double check things. 1 second. Checking. couple things. I think we're only gonna give her the equipment today because, holy crap, I had a lot of stuff to, Huh. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. Alright. We'll see about the Hypno Crown here in a second. What are we going to? The Black Cow. Black Cow. 26 defense, 17 max defense. Only useful by these people. You can buy it in Zador and Kamasa at the World of Ruins, or steal it from the Neck Hunter. Simple as that. Circlet. Circlet is your go-to or helmet for the ladies. Honestly, it's a go-to helmet for a lot of characters. Just because of the magic boost. You can buy it in Zador and Kamasa at the World of Ruins. Just with the magic boost alone, this is worth it. 25 defense, 19 magic defense, 2 strength, 1 agility, 3 stamina, and 4 magic. It's just overall good. Yeah, the guys do want the red caps, yeah. This is amazing for magic users, though. Speaking of a red cap, 24 defense, 17 magic defense, 3 agility, 2 stamina, 4 strength, and it gives 25% max speed bonus, which is amazing. You can find it in Mount Soso and Kefka's Tower. There's only 2 in the entire game. Mystery Veil, I mean... This is a good helmet. Up until you get the circlet. So, 24 defense, 25 magic defense, 10% magic evasion, 1 agility, 3 magic. It's only for the ladies. But it's very, very good for them. You can buy it in Famasa, probably in both, more than likely. Hypno Crown. So, this is an interesting situation. 23 defense, 23 magic defense, 4 magic, 2 agility. It is only for realm, and it increases the success rate of control. You will find 1 in Kefka's Tower. You can get more in the Colosseum. However, you have to bet the red cap to get another Hypno Crown. I don't think that's really worth it, in all honesty. If I'm to be perfectly honest. Hiara! Again, this is a female-only thing. You can buy it in Narsa, Kamasa, and World of Balance. 22 defense, 20 magic defense, and 2 magic. Yeah, Hypno Crown's not great. I think the reason you won't want to do anything with a Hypno Crown is to, better get another Royal Crown. If you want to have more, stuff for, the brothers. Golden Helm. I mean, you know, it's Golden Helm. 22 defense, 15 max defense. You can find it at the Max X Factory. Buy it at Nars if the World of Balance after getting Blackjack, or if Kamasa, or if the World of Ruins at Albrook or Sen. Or you can morph a few guy. It's get straight. Yeah, it is. Hooray! So, this is realm only. You find it in the floating continent, or you can buy it in Sen, in the World of Ruin. 21 defense and magic defense, 3 magic. It increases the success rate of sketch. Sketch is garbage. It's not a very good ability. The only reason you would use sketch is to get Strago blue magic. That's it. I mean, the free magic boost is pretty good, though. Hiker Mask is for 7 a gallon. You can buy it in Famasa if the world of balance, or in Sen if the world of ruin, or steal it from Dawn. It gives 21 defense, 13 magic defense, 2 agility, 1 stamina, and 3 strength. Mithril Helm, I mean, do I have to say anything? 20 defense, 13 magic defense. You can buy it in Miranda, Sen, and in Nars. And you can, you know, morph punch dudes. Priest Mither. You can buy this in Miranda, Sen, in the World of Balance, or Albrook, Vector, in the World of Ruins. Oh wait, hold on. In the World of Balance, you can buy it in Miranda, Sen, and Nars. And in the World of Ruins, Albrook, Nikia, South Figaro, and Coligan. You can also get it in Vector. Woo! So, 19 defense, 21 max defense, and gives a 12.5% max MP boost. Which is a weird, weird boost. Why not just make it just 12% or something? Green Beret. You can find this in the Serpent Trench or Coligan. You can buy it in Miranda and Nars in the World of Balance, or Albrook, Nikia, South Figaro, or Coligan in the World of Ruin. You can win it from the Satellite or steal it from Joker. 19 defense, 13 magic defense, 10 evasion, and gives you 12.5% max HP boost. Iron Helm. The weakest helmet in the game. 18 defense, 12 max defense, useful by them. You can steal it from Heavy Armor or buy it in Mowgli's, Nikia, Coligan, or Nars before getting Blackjack. Bandana. 16 defense, 10 max defense, useful by them. Sensor is equipped with this by default. You can steal it from Sagrum or buy it in Mowgli's, Nikia, Coligan, or Nars before getting Bluejack? Blackjack. Whisk Headband. What? 16 defense, 10 max defense, 1 agility, 2 stamina, 3 strength. It's basically just an upgrade to Bandana, that's all it is. You can win it from Gagaluma, steal it from Iron Fist, or buy it in Coligan, Jador, Albrook, and Vector. Magus Hat. 15 defense, 16 magic defense, and 5 magic. The highest magic you're going to get from all armor helmets. Useful only by them. You can buy in Mowgli's, Nikia, Coligan, and Nars before getting Blackjack, and Batman is equipped with this. Plume the Hat. 14 defense, 9 max defense, equippable by everyone except Umaru. Strago Realm and Go-Go start with this. You can steal it from the merchant, and you can buy it in South Figaro, Gauss, Father's House, Mowgli's, and Nikia. Hairband. The weakest female hat. Only useful by the ladies. 12 defense, 8 max defense. Celeste is equipped with this by default, and you can buy it in South Figaro in the World of Balance. Leather Cap. The weakest hat in the game. You can only get this. It's only available on Hera, Locke, Edgar, Sabin, and Cayenne by default. 11 defense, 7 max defense. And that is all of the helmets in the game. All of the helmets and shields. Nothing new there for helmets or shields. Let me see if there is a GBA version. GBA version has a new helmet for Gao called the Dueling Mask, which you have to find at the Dragon's Den or win at the Coliseum by betting the bone wrist. For the defense and magic defense, health, evasion, magic evade, 6 strength, agility, stamina, magic, halves all elemental damage, and 25% max HP boost. That's kind of nuts. It's actually nuts. Alright, time for the armor. And then we got all of this and we'll be done for today. So, as you can guess, this is the Imp armor. 100 defense and max defense, absorbs water, heats Imp at a rate of 1, defense applies only when under Imp, max defense is unaffected. You can win this from Sprinter, Skillet from Tyrannosaur, or Morphicaptor, Hogberry, or Hogberries. Genji armor. You can find this at the Stone Ear's belly, Gilgamesh drops it, or in the Coliseum, you bet the Nutkin suit. 90 defense, 80 max defense, 5 strength, 3 agility, 3 magic, 2 stamina. It's not a bad armor at all. I would recommend putting this more on Locke, Edgar, like the guys. Celis and Hera have better armor to use. Actually. Crystal Mail. 72 defense, 49 max defense, useful only by them. You find it in Geralt's Tomb, you can find it in Miranda in the World of Ruins, and Morph Approach Dragons. Diamond Armor. 70 defense, 47 max defense. You can buy it in South Figaro or Colligan in the World of Ruins. Force Armor. 69 defense, 68 max defense, 30% evasion, and halves fire, ice, lightning, wind, and earth. And useful by them. So, this is a very good armor. I would recommend putting this on Edgar or Cayenne. Basically any of the dudes. Because again, the ladies get something better. You will find it at the Cultist Tower, Kefka's Tower, and at the Dragon's Den if the GBA version at the Inner Ice Labyrinth. You can win it from the Storm Dragon, or steal it from Guardian. So you can get a bunch of force armors, which is really good. Diamond Vest. 65 defense, 44 max defense, useful by everyone except Strago, Realm, and Umaru. You can steal it from Gavoahan, or Cloudray, or buy it from Nakia, South Figaro, Colligan, or Famasa in the World of Ruin. Golden Armor. 55 defense, 37 max defense, equipable only by them. You can find it in the Max Egg Factory, buy it in Famasa in the World of Balance, or Albrook and Sen in the World of Ruin, or more for fun SKUs. Mithril Mail. It's a Mithril Mail. Useful by them. 51 defense, 43 max defense. You can find it in Miranda and Nars after getting the Blackjack. You can steal it for pro armor or morph a bunch of armor-related dudes. Mithril Vest. 45 defense, 3 magic defense. Everyone can use it except Umaru. You get Gogo, Setzer, or both equipped with this by default. You can steal it from Hell's Riker and Sergeant, or buy it in Zador, Marega, Sun, Albrecht, or Vector. Iron Armor. What? It gives -2 speed? I never knew that. 40 defense, 27 magic defense. These people can use it. You can find it in South Figaro or buy it in Mowgli's, Nikia, Colligan, or Nars before getting to Blackjack. Leather Armor, the weakest light armor. It's already equipped on Hera, Locke, Edgar, and Cayenne by default. 28 defense, 19 magic defense. You cannot get this any other way. Snow Scarf. So, this is a very interesting armor. 128 defense, 90 magic defense, 10% evade and magic evade, absorb ice, and halves fire. You cannot use this with a merit award. This gives the highest defense in of all armors. And almost the highest max defense. It can only be used by these 3 characters. Umaru has this equipped by default. The only way to get this is to bet a behemoth suit at the Colosseum. So if you're going to use Gao or Mog, you want this for them. Behemoth suit. You win this with the Undead Behemoth King and the GVA version for Dark Behemoth. Only they can use it. 94 defense, 73 magic defense, 6 strength, agility, stamina, and magic. Very good for Strago and Realm. This is probably their best armor. And the best armor for ladies. So only Hera and Celeste can use this because Realm's not an adult. Mog is one of your favorite characters, is he? I never really used Mog, except for the Mululu's charm. 88 defense, 70 magic defense, 10 magic phasing, 1 strength, 1 stamina, 2 agility, 4 magic, 25% max MP boost, negates fire, ice, lightning, wind, and halves earth, water, poison, holy. This is the best armor for a lady. Outright. You can find one at Kefka's Tower, you can win it from the Hogberries, you can steal it from Hogberries or Goddess, or at the Colosseum at the Regal Gown. Funny thing about the Regal Gown, we'll get to that in a second. Nutkin Suit. You find this at Kefka's Tower, you can steal it from Rafflesia, or win it at the Colosseum by betting the Moogle Suit. 86 defense, 67 max defense, 7 agility, 3 magic, and useful only by them. Once you get the Behemoth Suit, this kind of gets superseded. Red Jacket. This is only for the Figaro twins. 78 defense, 55 magic defense, 5 strength, 2 agility, 4 stamina, 1 magic, negates fire damage. Not bad. Not bad at all. You can find it at the Sonier's Belly, steal it from Demon, or at the Colosseum, at the Bone Club or Mirage Pass. I guess that's why you get the Bone Club. Regal Gown. So, you can bet the, you can win this by betting the, you can win the Minerva Buskier by betting the Regal Gown. And you can get the Minerva Buskier by betting the, Regal Gown. Alright, you get this by betting the Minerva Buskier, you know what I mean. It's only useful by Realm. 70 defense, 64 max defense, 1 strength, 2 agility, 2 stamina, 3 magic. That's all it does. It's just one of Realm's best armors. You find it at Geralt's Tomb, or at the Colosseum by batting the Minerva Musketeer. Black Garb. Useful by them. 68 defense, 46 max defense, 6 agility. That's all it does. You can fight in Miranda or Zador in the World of Ruin. Let me go down here so I can, yeah. Magus Robe. Useful by only them. 68 defense, 50 magic defense, handy phase, and 5 magic. Pretty good for the magic. You can fight a Miranda in the World of Ruins, or if a GBA person, you can find it at the Dragon's Den in the Holy Palace. Luminous Robe. 60 defense, 43 magic defense, 1 magic, and you can fight it from Asa in the World of Ruins. Meh. The Moogle Suit. 58 defense, 52 magic defense, 5 magic. That's pretty good. Negates poison damage, and in battle, the user has a Moogle sprite. I don't know why, they just do. So, yeah. You find it at Zador, you can steal it from Misty at the Blade Dancer, or you can win it at the Colosseum by betting the Chocobo Suit. Chocobo Suit! Useful only by them. 56 defense, 38 max defense, 3 strength, 6 speed, 2 stamina, and negates poison. Not bad. You can find it at the Esper's Gathering Place, steal it from Caladrius, or win it at the Colosseum by betting the Happy Suit. And the Happy Suit. 54 defense, 36 max defense, 2 strength, agility, speed, and stamina, or strength, agility, stamina, and magic, and negates poison. You can find it at the Esper's Gathering Place or steal it from the Coral Cat. Gaia Gear. 53 defense, 43 max defense, and absorbs Earth, which is very rare, but this is very useful in a couple areas. The Esper's Gathering Place, or Cave Concealed Gate, and the Earth Dragon this is very good for. You can buy it from Asa in the World of Balance, or Nikia and South Icaro in the World of Ruins, or steal it from Briareus or Oceanus. Yay! Power Sass. Useful by these guys. 52 defense, 35 max defense, 5 strength, which is really good, 5 stamina, and 1 agility. You can fight in Norse, in the World of Balance after getting Blackjack and from Asa, or the World of Ruins from Sen or Nikia. Mirage Fest. This is an interesting scenario. 48 defense, 36 max defense, 6 speed, and you start with the image status, and 10 evasion. The only way to get this is in the Colosseum, by betting the Thornlit. At the time you can get this, you have way better armor, so I don't know why you would ever do this. And why is it only there? See, this is the thing I have against games, when they have things only in a specific area, and it's like by the time you get them, they're useless, so it's like, why have them in the game at all? Ninja Gear. 47 defense, 32 max defense, 2 agility. Useful by these guys. You can fight in Zador, Sen, Albrook, and Vector, and it's initially equipped as Shadow. Wow, who would have thought? The white dress. It is only useful by the ladies. 40 self-defense, 35 magic defense, and 5 magic. Really good for the magic boost. You can fight in Zador, Sun, Albrook, and Vector in the World of Balance. Silk Robe. Useful only by these people. 39 defense, 29 magic defense, and 1 magic. It's already equipped in Realm and Bannon. You can fight in Nikia, Colligan, and Nars before getting to Blackjack. Kampogi! Huh. Useful by these guys. 34 defense, 23 max defense, and that's it. It's already on Saturn by default, and you can buy it in South Figaro, Mobiles, and Nikia in the World of Balance. And lastly, the Cotton Robe, which Straker comes with. You can also buy it in South Figaro in the World of Balance. 32 defense, 21 magic defense, and only these people can use it. Alright, that's all of the armor. Holy crap, that was a lot of stuff. Let me see if there's anything else. Nope, that's it. We are done with the armor, so finally, we're gonna do the relics. Can you believe it's been 3 hours? Just going through all of this? Holy crap! This might take a while. Mithril Glove. Also, for the most part, everyone can use the, all of the, relics. Almost everyone. There are exceptions. We'll go with those when we go with those. So, this gives 6 defense, and when you're below 25% HP, it gives you protect. Meh, never saw this as useful. You can find it at the Imperial Camp, steal it from Devil, or buy it at Zador or Nars in the World of Balance before acquiring getting the Blackjack, or in the World of Ruin at Albrook. Gauntlet. It lets you dual wield your weapon, one weapon to double your damage. And it gives you 5 defense, which, I mean, eh. So, between the Gauntlet and the Genji Glove, I prefer Genji Glove more so than Gauntlet, in my personal experience. You can get the Gauntlet by finding it at the Returner's Hideout, Yeti's Cave, or Kefka's Tower. And the Genji Glove, which gives you 5 defense and allows you to dual wield. So, I don't know if this is a bug that is in this version of the game, but damage is reduced by 25% when you have Genji Glove, but only 1 weapon. So if you have Genji Glove, make sure you're using 2 weapons and not 1 weapon. So, you can find this at the Returner's Hideout. You can only either get this or the Gauntlet at the Returner's Hideout. I would recommend the Genji Glove. You can also find it at the Cave Concealed Gate, Cayenne's Dream, or Dragon's Den, in the GBA version, or steal it from Dragon, Dolahan, or Gilgamesh, in the GBA version, or morph a Samurai or Yojimbo. Geigus Glove. Geigus Glove. So, what this does is it increases physical damage by 25%. It does not stack. And, if it's on Umaro, or actually, if the character that gets thrown by Umaro with the Berserker Ring, it does, it applies the damage for throw as well. So this is good for solid damage boost. I use this a lot throughout the game. You will find it at Mount Coates. Leo has this equipped, by the way. You can steal it from Hill Gygas or buy it in Albrook or Zador in the World of Ruin. And the Brigand's Glove, which, you know, only those who can use. It turns skill into mug. That's all it does. I mean, that's not bad, but like, if I'm trying to steal something, I generally don't want to kill it. You know? You find it in So-So, you can steal it from Devil Fist, or get it at the Coliseum by betting the Thieves' Knife or Thieves' Bracer. White Cape. 5 defense, 5 magic defense, 10 magic evades. Prevents Imp and Silence. So, you will find one at the Returner Hideout. You can steal it from Ultros, one it from Sak Makiel, or Ilunyankis, I don't know what these names are, or buy it in Mobilis and Nikia. Silver Specs. It protects against blind, that's all it does. If the SNES and PlayStation person, this does absolutely nothing. It's a waste of accessory. You can buy it in South Figaro, in Albrook, and in Nikia, or steal it from Harvester and Cherry. Star Pendant. All it does is prevent poison. You can find it in the Imperial Camp, or buy it in South Figaro or Nikia. The Peace Ring prevents Berserk and Confuse. Which isn't bad. I mean, you never really want to be confused, but like Berserk doesn't really happen that much. You can buy it in Nikia and Norse in the World of Balance before getting Blackjack, or South Figaro in Kamasa. I'm looking at the wrong thing, sorry. You can win it from Neck Hunter or Kefka, or buy it in Outlook, or Zador in the World of Balance, or Sen and Kamasa in the World of Ruin. Amulet prevents poison, blind, and zombie. Very important in Geralt's Tomb. You can buy it in Sen, Outbrook. You can buy it in Outbrook in the World of Balance, and in the World of Ruin, Sen, Nikia, and South Figaro. You can steal it from Borges, Outcast, and Bit, or win it from Borges and Cloudgrave. Jeweled Ring prevents Petrify. So in the SNES version, it says it also prevents blind, but it doesn't. You can steal it from Gagaluma or buy it in South Figaro or Norse in the World of Balance before give Blackjack, or in Sen, Albrecht, or Kamasa in the World of Ruin. Fairy Ring prevents poison and benign. You can buy it in Nikia and Norse in the World of Balance before give Blackjack, or in South Figaro or Kamasa in the World of Ruins. Barrier Ring. It gives you 2 magic, and when your HP is below 25%, you get Cell. Which, meh, not really that great. You can find it at the Imperial Camp, win it from Harvester, or buy it from Zador and Nars in the World of Balance before getting Blackjack, or Albrook and Kamasa in the World of Ruins. Protect Ring. It gives you Auto Protect. Not bad, really. You can buy it in Kamasa or Zador in the World of Ruin. It's not a bad idea. It's pretty good, honestly. Hermes Sandals. Gives you Auto Haste. Why would you never use this is beyond me. You can steal it from Behemoth, buy it in Kamasa, Sen, and Nars in the World of Balance after getting Blackjack, or in South Figaro in the World of Ruins. It's kinda nuts that they let you buy an auto haste accessory. Or you can find it in South Figaro, Soso, or the Imperial Observation Post. Reflect Rain gives you auto reflect. It's very situational. If you use this, I would highly recommend use this against Magic Master. That's really it. You can find it in Norse at the Imperial Observation Post, or buy it in Kamasa, Albrook, in Iron World, Norse in the World of Balance after getting the Blackjack, or South Figaro in the World of Ruin. Angel Wings gives you auto float. I would highly recommend this if you're going to fight the Earth Dragon, strictly utilizes the higher fight. You can find it in the Imperial Observation Post, skill it from the Ninja, or buy it in the Auction House in the World of Balance, or Zador in the World of Ruins. Angel Ring gives you a regen, which isn't really that great, I feel. You can morph the Holy Dragon, Typhoon, or Alluring Rider, skill it from Apocrypha, find it in the Imperial Observation Post, or buy it in the Auction House or in the World of Balance, or Nikia, South Figaro, or Kamasa in the World of Ruins. Knight's Code. This is an interesting accessory. I will tell you here in a second. So, you will find it at the Returner Hideout, and you can buy it in South Figaro, Zador, and Norse before getting the Blackjack, and Albrook in the World of Ruin. So what makes this interesting is, you equip it in one character, it will automatically cover someone who's low on HP, right? So what happens if you equip it in 2 characters? There's a chance that one of them will block it, or both of them will block it. If both of them block it, it will split the damage between the 2 of them. So, what happens if you put it on 3 characters? There's a chance all 3 will block and split the damage between all 3 of them. It's an interesting mechanic that you never see in any other Final Fantasy ever again. Which is a shame. That's a big shame. Ah yes, Dragoon Boots. It earns a hack if you jump. Everyone can use it. However, you really want to use this for Edgar and Mog, because spears give a damage bonus when you jump. You will find this in the Magtech Research Facility. You can buy it in Kamasa or Sen, or you can steal it from the Harvester, Wyvern, or Platinum Dragon. And then there is the Sapphire Cloak, which gives 10 evasion and magic evasion, making this not as good if the SNES or PlayStation version. You can find it in the Magtech Research Facility and Zone Ear's Belly. You can get the Air Anchor at the Coliseum again, or buy it in Nikia or the Auction House in the World of Ruins. Yeah, Dragoon Boots is good when paired with another accessory. We will get that in a second. The Princess Ring just gives you protected cell when you're below 25% HP. Only useful by the ladies. You can win it from Air Force or buy it in Nikia, South Figaro, Zador, or Kamasa in the World of Ruins. Not really that good. Cursed Ring. Is this a weird accessory? It hits Banis at a rate of 5. And it puts Doom on the user. It doesn't even give you any stat boost. It just puts Doom on you. What makes this even weirder is the way you get it. You have to morph an Armament, Gigulus, or Behemoth King, or win it at the Colosseum by betting the Cursed Shield. Which, why are you betting the Cursed Shield, you dummy? This doesn't even do anything. You can't uncurse it, so like, why? Earring. This is a God here, accessory. It boosts max damage for the wielder by 25%, and it stacks. You can put 2 of these on, that's a 50% max damage boost. That's ridiculous. Here's the funny thing, Sapin loves this. Sapin loves it because a lot of his blitzes are magic, believe it or not. You will find it in the Phantom Train, South Figaro, and Nars. You can steal it from Brave Pan and Armament, or you can buy it in Famasa, Zador, and Nars in the World of Balance after getting Blackjack, or Albrook and Sen in both worlds. The Blizzard Orb. The legendary Blizzard Orb is only for Umaru. So, it gives you 5 magic, makes you negate fire damage, and absorb ice. Or, Yes. You will find this in the Ancient Castle, or you can win it at the Colosseum by betting the Berserker Ring. What this does is, Umaru can randomly use the Snowstorm ability. Is that good? It's an Ice Elemental Magic ability, which, I mean, meh? And the Berserker Ring. You will find it at the Cave on the Fell. Or you can win it by betting the Blizzard Orb at the Colosseum. Also, Umaru only. Gives you 5 strength, negates lightning damage, and absorbs fire damage. So, any relics Umaru has equipped doesn't affect the throw damage from this ability, but relics the thrown ally has does. I don't know why, that's weird. So, this allows Umaru to throw allies for increased damage. And any allies thrown are cured from things like confuse or sleep. So you're probably going to use this with Umaru. Beef's Bracer. This is only for Makagogo. It gives you 5 agility and doubles the success rate of steel. Not bad. Always good to have that for a thief. You can find it in Nars, buy it in Sen in the World of Ruin, or steal it from Gagaluma or Mug Bear. Guard Bracelet. It gives you Auto Protect and Auto Sell, which is amazing. This is an amazing thing to get. You can find it in Nars, steal it from a Fiend Dragon, win it from Retzel, morph a Holy Dragon or Alluring Rider, or bet a Hero's Ring at the Colosseum. Give me just a second. 1 second. Hero's Ring is a very god here accessory. It increases all damage dealt by 25%. The magic bonuses scatter, but physical bonuses do not. This does affect Umaru's growth too. So you want this with like an earring. So that will give you 50% magic boost with a 25% physical boost. Very good combination. You can find it at the Dragonette's Cabin, Figaro Cave, Sonir's Belly, and Kefka's Tower. You can get it from the Coliseum by betting the guard bracelet, which don't do that. Or you can buy it at the auction house once in the World of Ruin. Ribbon! Obviously, a God Here accessory. You can find it at South Figaro, North Mines at the Moogle Cave, Phoenix Cave, Kefka's Tower, Dragon's Den, and CPA version. The North Mines one, we'll get to that one when we do areas, because those are interesting. You can also skill it with Brachiosaur, Guardian, and Ultimate Weapon. Morph Misty, Cherry, Pandora, Coco. Please don't morph your dragon ladies. Or level 80 magic. And it protects against Blind, Zombie, Poison, Imp, Petrify, Silence, Berserk, Confuse, Zap, and Sleep. It does not stop Freeze, which is unfortunate. Obviously, you want this for everyone, because why would you not want to be protected against statuses? Muscle Belt gives you 50% max HP, which is honestly really good. It's an accessory worth considering sometimes. You can steal it from Glacial and Lapillus, or win it from the Skull Dragon. And then Crystal Orb is 50% max MP. You can win it from Gold Dragon, steal it from Magic Master or Ultimate Buster, or win it at the Coliseum by betting a Muscle Belt. You can also find it at the Dragon's Den in the GBA version. And Gold Hairpin. Gold Hairpin is godly too. Half the cost of MP spells, or half the cost of MP, which is God here. You will find it in the Nars, in the World of Balance, by saving a Lone Wolf instead of Mog, Mount Soso, or the Ancient Castle, or in the Coliseum by betting Crystal Orb, Dragon Horn, or the Ribbon. And the most broken accessory in the game, probably, the Celestriad. Makes all MP usage 1. Can someone explain to me why they thought this was a good idea to do? Yeah, we're just gonna make an accessory that makes MP cost 1. Okay. Sure. I like my 1 MP Ultimas equips and Kiragas and re-raise and stuff. So, to get this, you can find one at the Dragon's Den in the GBA version. You can win it at the Coliseum by betting the Soul of Ramasa, which I wouldn't recommend. Or win it from the Brachiosaur, which is hard. Or steal it from Galactus, Kaiser Dragon, or Blue Glutton. The last two are GBA only, so you're gonna steal it from Galactus. Yeah. Hyper Risk. This increases strength by 50%. What the Celestriad? Yeah, the only way you're really gonna get it normally is by stealing it from a berg. That's really it, and it's a rare steal. So have fun with that. Or, beat Brachiosaur, which have fun with that. 50% strength increase, which is not bad. You can steal it from Chimera, buy it in Nikia in the World of Ruins, or find it in South Figaro, the Phantom Train, Nars, or Sen. Another God here accessory. You will win it from the Samurai Soul. You only get 1 normally. In the GBA version, you can steal it from the Yellow Glutton. Yeah, the dinos are pretty dumb. So this lets you do 4 attacks in a row with your regular attack. Each attack is half damage, by the way. Anything that does abilities like auto criticals, spell castings is disabled for most weapons. unless it's the Kasakiri, Hawkeye, or Sniper. If you have the Genji Glove, you will hack 8 times in a row, which is ridiculous. The Master Scroll was called the Offering in the PlayStation SNES version. This is the Offering in that version. Prayer Beads. This increases evasion by 20. So the evasion is useless in the SNES and PlayStation version. In addition, this is not said like this. And it's ridiculous that it doesn't say this because you're like, oh, 20 evasion. Yeah, okay. Here's the other thing. It makes the wearer evade 50% of all blockable physical attacks. This is separate from the evasion stat. This is a ridiculous accessory. It says, okay, 50% chance if you get hit by a physical or not. On top of your regular evasion. Like, what? You can find it in Goma Castle or buy it in Ikea in the World of Ruins. Black Belt. It gives you a 50% chance of counterattack when physically attacked. If Umaru has it, it lets him counterattack with any attack he can currently perform. You can win this from the captain. You can also fight in Famasa, Nars, after you get the Blackjack, and Sen. For first, who got more of the balance. Hexy's Jitty. This is only for these guys. It earns slot who guild costs, and you find it at the Cave of the Seal Gate, which, I mean, meh? In all honesty, just meh? Slot is broken if you're able to manipulate it, which is really hard to do with this version of the game, by the way. Fake Mustache. This is only for Realm of Go-Go. It changes sketch it who control, which lets you get lures easier, that's about it. You can steal it from Skill Life or find it in the Zone Ear's belly. Soul of Famasa. Probably one of the best accessories in the game. It turns magic into dual cast, so you get to cast 2 spells at the same turn. If you do it right, you go Ultima, Quick, Ultima, or whatever you want to do. So you get 3 offensive spells at the same turn. You can get this in the GBA version by skilling it from a red glutton. Normally you only get 1, and that's at the Cultist Tower. This is the gem box, by the way, if the SNES and PlayStation version. And we get the Dragon Horn. This is what makes the Dragon Boots kinda dumb. It lets you hit 2 or 4 times instead of once with jump. Yeah, you really don't need more than 1 gem box. So, this lets you go between 2 or 4 jumps. Which is pretty good, but I mean, you can do that, or you can just use Offering, or a Master Scroll. So you can win this with a Great Dragon, you find it in the Phoenix Cave, or you can win it at the Colosseum by betting the Celestia, War Bagel, Gold Hairpin, or Safety Bit. Yes, this does make the Imp Spear good. I don't know what that has to do with FF6, honestly. Merit Award. this is a very interesting thing. So Goku cannot use this in some versions of the game. This allows the user to equip anything they normally cannot. So, exceptions are specific relics, female equipment, costumes, ultimate weapon only in the SNES version, the Bone Club, Royal Crown, and Snow Scarf. I'm gonna be honest, I've never used this thing. I see no reason to use this at all. It's neat in concept, but I don't see a reason for it. You can win this at the Coliseum by betting the cat ear hood. Or, in the GBA version by betting the Excalibur. Which I wouldn't do anyways. Memento Ring. So, this is only useful by Shadow and Realm. This is identical to the safety bit. Quite literally, this is just the safety bit. I do not understand why they have the same exact accessories. You find this in Famasa, you can steal it from Retzel, and Realm comes equipped with it. Safety bit. As I just said, it's exactly the same as the safety bit. Zombie, death, petrify, exact same thing. Except it's not limited to characters, so I don't know why. You can find it at the Cultist Tower, steal from Fiend, and Morph, level 90 Magic, Holy Dragon, Lunatus, Alluring Rider, Basilphon, Clymentis, or Clymentis, and level 60 Magic. Lich Ring. So, this makes you become ungag. So, I'm assuming what this means is it gives you the properties of ungag. So, if you get hit by, like, instant death, you get automatically fully, death effects and poison heal the target. You cannot revive them when they are KO'd. I don't know why you would ever use this. I don't know why. It makes you immune to, I don't know. Why would you ever use it? What's the point? It seems bad. You can find it in Zador. It's equipped on Ghosts. You can win it from Aphodons or Morph Behemoth King, Gygalus, or Ahriman. Malulu's Charm. Only useful by Mog. Turns off random encounters. You will find this in the Norse Mines, where you get Mog. After you recruit Mog, check behind him, you will find this. Warbangle. This has random encounters. You will find it at the Imperial Palace if you perform well enough. Or you can get it at the Coliseum by betting the Snow Scarf, Malulu's Charm, or Lich Ring. By the way, you can only get one Malulu's Charm, so don't do that. Miracle Shoes. Probably another broken accessory. Auto Protect, Auto Sell, Auto Regen, and Auto Haste. That's pretty good. You can get it from the Coliseum by betting the Rename card. So Elixir, beat Cactar, use Umaru to do that. Rename card, when we fight against the Fiend Dragon, you will get this. You can also morph a failed Dancer, Enthusiast, or Blade Dancer. Alarm Earwing. Earwing? Earwing. It prevents back attack and surrounded attacks, except from, like, the Tyrannosaurs. You can find it at the Imperial Palace, Imperial observation post, or steal it from misfits. Gale Hairpin increases the rate of which you get preemptive attacks. Buy it from the Imperial Palace, or find it at the Imperial Palace, or buy it from Nakia in the World of Ruin. Sniper Eye. All physical attacks become unblockable. You will be useless with Umaro against Cactars. This is how you get multiple miracle shoes. You will find one of the Phantom Train, or you can buy it in Albrook, Zador, Mamasa, or Nars in the World of Balance after getting the Blackjack, or in Sen in the World of Ruin. Growth Egg doubles the amount of EXP you gain for that character. You will find one in Geralt's Tomb. You can win it at the Colosseum by betting the Hinabulum. You can win it at the GBA version from Gargantua, or you can more Galactus, Marxosius, or Gasagayata. They're all big birds. Yeah. Hinabulum. This is, you don't want to know the etymology behind this, by the way. It's very bizarre. It allows you to restore HP every time you take a step on the world map, in towns and in dungeons. I feel like this is kind of a useless accessory, because you can just use a potion or heal, so why? You can find this in Mowgli's at the Imperial Palace, if you do well enough. Morph a Stray Cat, win it from Hogberry, or win it at the Colosseum by betting a Make Elixir, Growth Egg, or Miracle Shoes. And finally, the Sprint Shoes, which allows you to double your walking speed. In any game that allows you to have walking speed by holding a button, you will have 4 times movement speed. I always have one of these on because I like moving fast. You can buy it at Gal's father's house, Mowgli's, South Figaro, Kamasa, and Nars in the World of Balance before getting the Blackjack, or in Albrook in the World of Ruins. So, that's all the items. That is all we're going to be doing for item, or this stream. It took 3.5 hours to go through all the items, equipment. Oh my god. I cannot believe it took that long. So next time we do the Voidex, we're going to talk about the characters and magic. And we are probably going to be talking about the areas. Now, I do have a save file before, yeah, I have a save file from before the World of Ruin, so I could go there and talk about things there if I need to. I don't know why I have some of these save files, in all honesty. So that will be... Wind chimes? What do you mean wind chimes? Wind chimes? Huh? I had to listen to my stream. Oh. I told you not to, the lore behind them is very disturbing. They're very disturbing. It makes you go, what the hell is wrong with people? Anyways, that's it for today. Next time, again, we will be doing characters, magic, and locations. And then after that, we'll do the bestiary, and that should be it for Final Fantasy VI. I'll see if I can remember to talk about glitches and stuff. There's a lot of really weird glitches, but, I might do a stream just for glitches, perhaps. Which means I might have to break out my old YouTube videos for that, which, oh god, old YouTube videos. They're all dusty and crusty and stuff. They're probably in like 480p now because, you know, compression. Anyways, that is it for today. Tomorrow will be, Ho-Ho with Lowe's Land Story. And then after that, it's gonna be, the usual stuff. So let me see who is streaming. If anyone is streaming right now. B2 is doing Batman Arkham Asylum right now, it looks like. Koyori will be doing Ocarina Time at 9 p.m. Nimi did a video that's 14 minutes long. It looks like Buamoto's going to be doing Honkai Star Rail at 9 p.m. I did not know Mortal Kombat 4 was on the Game Boy Color. Interesting. Let's see. Anyone else streaming? Oh wow, I didn't know Pekara started in Final Fantasy VIII. You see, I'm kind of interested in watching Pekara, but the problem is, and this is a problem with all of the JV talents, is I want to watch them, and I do watch Koyori, but like, I really wish that I can, I really wish I could, understand what they're saying, you know? That would be so much fun to, hear what they all have to say. Alright, give me a second. Narissa is currently doing, Silent Hill F, New Game Plus Plus. Yoki will be doing Battlefield 6, Red Set. It looks like she's doing it with, a couple of the Hollow Stars boys. Interesting. It's funny, you don't really hear much about the Hollow Stars boys. I think that's Axel, right? I don't know if their names very well, but I think that's Axel and Alt Hair. I think that is. Is that Alt Hair? Blue hair morph guy? And I think that's Axel. P.O. will be doing Dispatch at 11 p.m. I don't see an Iris stream. I don't know where Bay is. Bay kind of just disappeared. Huh. Must be really busy with studio stuff. So yeah, that's all the people that are going to be streaming. So that is it for tonight. So I will catch you all next time, whatever that may be. You all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night. I only didn't steal that from anyone else. What are you talking about? And I will catch you all on the flip side of the void. Take care, and have a great rest of your day and or night. Until next time, everyone.